Hey everybody, what's up? What's up? All right, so I know I didn't know about this update until maybe 24 hours ago. Um, so I just went with it. We are going to keep up with the news broadcast. Please let me know if you guys can hear me in the comments, just so I know. I think you can. Oh crap. Are you kidding me? Um, whew, this is an awful, awful story. Very, very awful. Um, I've been following it since 2021 when it happened, um, because it mirrored a case that I happened to be part of the search for here in North Carolina. And so I got drawn into this and I've been keeping up with it and I have been putting, like, if I catch an update, I may not talk about it, but I do have a section of my playlist for her, so I do update it that way. Um, so the gist of the story is this piece of crap right here on my screen is being executed tonight for the unaliving, the grape, and uh, there was something else of a 5-year-old little girl named Kamarie Holland. I hope you had some seasonings on your butt. Then it would have made it worthwhile. Don't baby her. She's in the damn mountains. That's what she gets. Anyway, sorry, Miss Patty. I just had to say that. But anyway, so back to the story. So he was given this child for $2,500. And supposedly the mother said it was only supposed to be for an hour. But then she said she woke up that next morning and with a sad story saying that she don't know what happened to her. The door was left open, blase, blase. Come to find out, her mother sold her for $2,500. This man raped her, videoed it, sodomized her, and drugged her. After he unalived her by strangling her, he did everything he did to begin with all over again. And it was all video. Every bit of what he did to this baby was video. Not only that, he did this to he unalived another kid 10 years earlier and also unalived his own kid back in, I think it was 2001 in Alaska. There were some things about that I didn't really get in too far into that one because I was concentrating on this one. I happen to be friends with the father of this little girl. I do talk to him. He said he is going to try to make an appearance um, here, so he will message me and let me know. And when he does, I will give him the link. Not quite sure. Well, then it's still your fault. How many dummies are going to roll their window down that close to a bear? I don't care who you are. So if you would have got 8, oh well, my dear. I love you. I love you, my twin, but oh well, that was your stupidity. Just saying. But so this will start at 6 o'clock, and I figured I'd go live a half an hour earlier, just in case anybody had any questions. I am going to play a video that tells more of the story. There's something else I was going to say. But as far as when the news starts their coverage on it, I am probably just going to be in the comments with everybody. I don't know if I'm going to be up on panel. I haven't decided that. I guess I'll, as I get to that, if I decide to come back and forth, I will. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to quite do yet. But I'm going to go ahead and play this video so that way you guys can see it. And where the heck did I put it? Oh my God. Did I turn it off like a dum-dum? I did. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
My job, my credit wasn't what it used to be. I needed a new mattress, a new bed.
Murder in at least a 37-year-old Jeremy. Wall was buried. The man accused of killing her since Jim. Before Kamarie was taken by 37-year-old Williams. I wish I could stand here and tell you that the world is going to get better. But I'm here to tell you that it's not. Evil has entered our community.
I must warn you, this case is horrifying. And if you're any kind of decent human being, the details will enrage you. The recent situation you're going to learn about here involves an innocent child. I've compiled every single piece of information I could find on this case into this video. My delivery of this knowledge will be raw and unfiltered. If this bothers you, find another channel. There is no need to traumatize yourself. Please stick around after the video finishes because I'd like to talk to you about something very important that isn't directly related to this case, but it is closely related to the topics we're about to discuss here. It's big, and I need you to hear what I have to say. But first, I'm Mr. Black, and this is the disturbing truth of finding Princess Kamarie Holland. On December 13th, in Columbus, Georgia, at 1607 Bowman Street, 35-year-old mother of four, Christy Marie Sipple, called 911 at around 6:15 a.m. in the morning to report that her 5-year-old daughter, Kamarie Holland, was missing. Christy stated that she woke up to find that her daughter had vanished and whoever took the little girl left the door open in the process. Sadly, Kamarie Holland was later pronounced dead at 11:15 p.m. that evening, less than 10 minutes away, in a cold, abandoned house just over the border across the Chattahoochee River in the 1100 block of 15th Avenue in Phoenix City, Alabama. The 5-year-old's body was sent for an autopsy where they hope to recover DNA evidence that can help solidify a verdict later on. In an emotional, teary-eyed statement made with WTVM-TV, Christy Sipple, who also goes by the name Christy Hoskins, told the company that, quote, "She was my life. I lived for her daily. She was my only girl. I have 3 boys, and her. She was just the sweetest girl in the world. You could not harm that little girl because she was so innocent. She was so smart. She was perfect." During the WTVM annual toy drive, Christy Sipple stopped by with a car full of her daughter's toys and said, "I'm Kamarie Holland's mommy, and she would want nothing in the world but to donate her toys to another child that was in need because she was a very helping child." Police were said to have zeroed in on surveillance of the intersection around the house, quickly identifying a suspect. Then 37-year-old Jeremywilliams was arrested the same day as the 5-year-old's disappearance and promptly charged with the murder of Kamarie, Holland. He reportedly used to live at the Phoenix City address a little girl was found. She had been strangled to death. Information provided to authorities had led police to the Bamboo Hotel, where Jeremy and his uncle were staying. They had only arrived roughly 30 minutes prior to his arrest. Williams is said to be a regular at the hotel, where he may or may not sell drugs in order to support his own habit. His uncle is not thought to be connected to the murder at this time, as he was seemingly picked up shortly before the bust. And Jeremywilliams, well known to law enforcement, was reportedly out on bond at the time of Kamarie's murder. On December 14th, police investigated Jeremy's official home on Dozier Street in Columbus. What they found there remains unknown. Jeremy also may have actually been the one that led investigators to the 5-year-old's body. I'm simply not sure at this time. But here's what we do know. Jeremywilliams had a history. On August 1st of 2021, Jeremywilliams was arrested in Muskogee County on charges of simple battery, family violence, and third-degree cruelty to children, 2 misdemeanors that he pled not guilty to. And while he was never convicted as far as I can see, it seems that in this specific case, he was accused of slapping his wife in the face in front of a child. While certainly not very Jesus of him, it doesn't make him a murderer. But if we dig a little deeper, we find more disturbing allegations stretching back to 2009 in Maricel County. Sorry if I didn't pronounce it right. When Jeremy was charged with aggravated child abuse. Hold on to your heart. This is the part when the severity of the disturbing nature of this case heightens. Jeremywilliams was accused of dipping a 3-year-old boy's body into a pot of boiling water from the waist down, obviously causing the child serious burns. But Williams claimed the boy accidentally poured the water on top of himself, and after 3 years of litigation, a jury acquitted Jeremy in 2012 due to lack of evidence. And as if that wasn't disturbing enough, when I put down my shovel and started really diving into the past of Jeremywilliams, I found more information that really stained my mind. Police in North Pole, Alaska, have reportedly reopened a murder case from 2005 where a 1-month-old baby was murdered. She died from blunt force trauma. They think she was beaten to death. Her name was Nadia Trinice Williams. And as you probably guessed, her father was Jeremy Tremaine Williams.
Keeping an eye on Columbus nearly 2 full days after the body of a previously missing 5-year-old was found, authorities returned to the street today where 5-year-old Kamarie Holland was last seen alive. Investigators appear to be searching a house on Bowman Street in Columbus shortly before 5 o'clock this evening. Several unmarked law enforcement vehicles could be seen on that street. Bowman Street is the area where Kamarie Holland reportedly went missing in the early morning hours of Monday, December 13th. Her body was found later that night at an abandoned house on 15th Avenue in Phoenix City. We're learning new details tonight about the man charged with capital murder in connection with Holland's death. 37 with aggravated child abuse in Russell County in 2009 after allegedly immersing a 3-year-old boy in boiling water. A jury acquitted him in 2012. Williams was arrested again this August in Columbus and charged with simple battery and third-degree cruelty to children. A police report alleges a minor child witnessed Williams slap his wife in the face. Williams entered a not guilty plea in state court just last week. At a news conference yesterday, Russell County Sheriff Keith Taylor said Williams was also the suspect in the death of a 1-year-old in Alaska, but he was never charged in connection with that death. There are ongoing investigations into Holland's murder in Columbus and in Russell County. Yesterday, Sheriff Taylor said he will not rule out additional charges.
There are address links to Jeremy in Alaska at the Isles Air Force Base, where Jeremy is said to have lived with Nadia's mother while she worked on the base. Jeremy was originally considered a suspect in the case, but investigators couldn't find enough evidence to convict him, so the case of 1-month-old Nadia Williams went cold. Until now. Furthering severe allegations towards Jeremywilliams, a police incident report obtained by News Leader 9 states that a 31-year-old unidentified female claims Jeremywilliams sodomized her the night before Kamarie Holland's body was discovered in Phoenix City.
I was experiencing brain fog, hot flashes, mood swings, low energy, joint pain.
I was dealing with brain
a room and completely forget why I was there. I couldn't focus. My brain felt foggy all the time. And honestly, I started
details about a new sexual assault case involving the man accused of killing a 5-year-old Phoenix City girl. Now, according to a Columbus police incident report obtained by News Leader 9, a 31-year-old woman claims Jeremywilliams sodomized her the night before Kamarie Holland's body was found. The woman told police it happened at Williams' home on Dozier Street on December 12th. According to the report, Williams called the adult victim by Kamarie's name during the assault and told her he had taught a 5-year-old how to have oral sex. The following day, Kamarie's mother reported her missing. She was found that night in a vacant home previously occupied by Williams.
The unidentified woman claims the assault took place at Williams' home on Dozier Street on December 12th. She says she ended up at the accused man's house after having an argument with her boyfriend, with nowhere to go. She reached out to a friend who put her in touch with Jeremy, but while in his house, she started to get an uneasy feeling about him. But when she tried to leave, Williams allegedly blocked the door with a deep freezer before grabbing the woman from behind and forcing her to perform sexual acts on him. Bizarrely, she claims Williams called her Kamarie's name during the attack and confessed to her that he taught the 5-year-old how to perform oral sex. My blood's boiling. The victim explains in the report that the only way she could escape was to tell Williams where he could obtain drugs. Williams left the house with the victim and went to the store where Jeremy allowed her to use the bathroom. But he made her leave behind her phone and belongings first. Luckily for her, she had a second phone on her that she used to call for help while she locked herself in the bathroom. She remained inside until Williams left the area. So how on earth could someone like Jeremywilliams gain access to another child? How was he able to set his sights on 5-year-old Kamarie Holland? Well, that is where this story will turn and swiftly kick you in the balls of your heart. You see, Christy Sipple may not be the innocent young mother she led us all to believe she was. There's information linking Christy and Jeremy to some kind of relationship, possibly sexual, and possibly drug-based. And it looks like Christy's not thought to be an award-winning mom. As a matter of fact, Kamarie Holland's father, Corey Holland, had custody of the 5-year-old at the time. Christy reportedly only saw her on the weekends, and that was supposed to be supervised. She also previously went to court to be charged with abuse of a fetus for allegedly taking drugs while pregnant with her youngest son. Due to health reasons and COVID, this separate court case has reportedly been postponed until later this year. But I also read that Sipple is facing a failure to appear charge for a felony case regarding the chemical endangerment of a child back in 2018. I'm not sure if this is the same case or not, but I thought it was worth noting.
I'm Kamarie Holland's mommy, and she wouldn't want nothing in the world but to donate her toys to another little child that was in need because she was a very happy child. She looked like such a she was a very sweet child. She was beautiful. Sweet soul. And this is, I see this and I said to her, so I thought, that's what she was, mommy, let's help that, mommy. She's like that. She's like that. We were at the gas station one time and we seen a family out there and one of the little girls didn't have shoes on. And she said, mommy, we can help them, mommy, because I have so many pairs of shoes at home, mommy. Let's give them my shoes, mommy. And of course we gave them her shoes because she's that caring. She had a heart. She had a spirit that she's been here before. She was coping. I'm making it. It's making me look like I'm an evil person, but I'm not. I'm a mommy, and I did not have nothing to do with this. She was my life. I lived for her daily. She was my only girl. I had 3 boys at her.
Was she your youngest?
She was no, I had one more under her. I had my son under her.
And if you have any support, do you have people on your side who's helping you?
Ain't nobody on my side. They didn't even tell me about the blue release today. They hadn't even mentioned her or nothing.
So will you get to decide that, or?
It's all Dad. Dad had custody of her. Okay.
I don't fathom what you might be going through, but please know that because of, what happened, it really hit hard.
And she, that's all you see over social media. Phoenix City. Yes, she lived with Dad in Phoenix City, and she was with me. That's how Dad picked her up, and he prayed on her. I can't really talk about it. There's a gag order.
Okay, and we're not going to try to ask you to talk about that. Is her school doing anything?
I'm not sure. She was in school for like literally 3 weeks and then got kicked out because of coronavirus. Somebody tested positive in class. So we decided not to send her back, but she was so smart. She was just learning how to spell her name. She did K so much. Like, Mom, that's K, A, M, A, R, I, E. She was just, she was the best girl ever. So I think she was, I swear, somewhere, a princess. She was princess. She could have her.
What would you know about your daughter?
Like, you can, she was perfect.
Well, my heart aches for you, and please know our prayers are with you. I know Tony gave you her card.
Yes, I dropped off some presents and I still have some more. I will bring because that's what she would want.
That's definitely what she would want. And is there anything that you want to say to our viewers about?
Life's short. Definitely keep your loved ones close. You never know when it's going to be the end. And I'm innocent. I had nothing to do with my daughter's disappearance or murder. I would never. She was my life.
Of course she was. She's your baby girl.
Exactly. Like, whoever could do that is just disturbing. Very sick in the head.
Thank you so much.
No.
You like me. You like.
We at this.
ChatGPT, I make $100,000 a year and still feel broke. What's an easy way for me to double my income with zero risk?
At this point, we believe that the mother and the offender did have a relationship, not from a dating perspective, but did know each other. The mother has been spoke to. We're going to speak to her again. I don't know how she's going to turn out, to be honest with you. She may be perfectly fine. She may not be. But that's just part of the investigation.
On December 28th, Christy was arrested at the Circle K on Victory Drive at around 1 p.m. with the help of federal agents. And get ready for that hard ball kick, because here it comes. According to recent court records, Christy Sipple and Jeremywilliams came to an agreement to sell or rent out Kamarie for sexual abuse means. The exact amount the child was sold for, to my knowledge, has not been disclosed. But the judges presiding over the case have extended a gag order in all directions. So what you hear in this video will more than likely be all the information we'll get for a while. Kamarie's father, Corey Holland, stated, quote, The amount of pain Christy has caused by ripping Kamarie out of our lives will never cease. We're glad to see that she's been arrested. We are one step closer to justice for Kamarie. We hope that justice is served. Christy should receive whatever the maximum penalty she can get. She's a monster. A real mother protects and would die for her children. Christy is a monster. My family and I will continue to wrestle with the loss of losing our angel, Kamarie. When talking about Christy Sipple, Russell County Sheriff Heath Taylor said, she's been charged with murder during the course of kidnapping, murder during the course of rape, murder during the course of sodomy, and human trafficking. And a human trafficking warrant obtained by WRBL states that Christy, on or about December 13th of 2021, did knowingly subject another person to labor servitude or sexual servitude. She did agree with another person to pay her for sexual intercourse and sodomy with her minor child. It's also alleged that Jeremywilliams may face charges of capital murder, kidnapping, capital murder during rape, capital murder during sodomy, and production of child pornography. And to top it all off, I also heard a rumor that Williams is being charged with abuse of a corpse as well. Christy Sipple says, quote, I'm a mommy. I did not have nothing to do with this. To which I agree. I believe you, Christy. I believe that you in fact didn't have nothing to do with what happened to your innocent daughter. And while innocent until proven guilty, and that's something I truly believe in, I also believe that you and Jeremy will be convicted in a court of law where you'll face the possibility of execution. Something I think you both will enjoy. I know I will. It's a horrifying story. The death of a child. The sexual violation of a 5-year-old. No matter how many times something like this happens, to most of us, it's a level of unfamiliar evil. The actions of monsters. And if you ask me my theory, it's just a hunch. But I believe Kamarie Holland was murdered before the 31-year-old female victim was assaulted on December 12th. It might even be possible that the little girl had been a victim of abuse for longer than we realize.
Kamarie meant the world to me. Like, I would never be the same from this day on. But with all my family and friends, I guess they'll keep me strong. But Kamarie is everything to me. And now she gone.
Her prankster, she used to do all kinds of prankster stuff to her brothers and her mother and all of us. She was an angel, and now she will live as our angel.
I had a lady friend that knew her very well. She was with her the night she went missing. And when she gave Kamarie a hug, she never imagined that this would be the last time that she would see her alive, you know.
It's unbearable. It's like, it makes your stomach hurt. It hurts your heart. It's so overwhelming. A big smile on her face. Your prayers for the family. Praying for their support and their strength during this time of their bereavement. I pray that the Lord stay with them and keep them strong. That we really gonna miss them. We love her. Our kid definitely love her. Right? You wanna say something, Kamarie?
Yeah, she was my cousin, and all the smiles she gave me, she made me laugh.
I will never forget you, Princess. I will forever keep you relevant in this life. Love you.
I watched the police press conference on this case. They couldn't give a straight answer as to when the poor child was actually murdered. They said it was so cold in the abandoned house that it might affect pinpointing details like that. That poor innocent kid. And that horrible man and woman. I want you to remember something. I just read out charges printed in the news in black and white, and I disclosed public information about this case. Because of that, YouTube will now suppress and restrict this video. But I don't give a fuck. The truth about what happened to this little innocent 5-year-old girl simply must be told. We have a right to know about the dangers our children face, especially normal life. Sometimes these monsters can even bag an insanity plea and skip jail altogether. Then, as we all know, they end up right back on the street with a clean record and sometimes even a taxpayer-funded witness protection scheme in their court. So YouTube, I think it's fitting that we discuss the actions of the attempted and honor her innocence by never letting her assailants forget what they did to her. And if they ever find themselves walking among us, I'd like the following 2 words to ring in their mind constantly when they're in our presence. They know. Because we do. We know what you did. And when justice fails to meet our expectations, we will never let you forget. I'm Mr. Black, and this is the disturbing truth.
This short 59-stage book, in fact, books exactly like these can be created by hiring.
And this is the disturbing truth.
In fact, books exactly like these can be created by hiring. And this is the disturbing truth. Books exactly like these can be created by hiring.
All right. So, I wonder if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you guys can hear me because I'm not on the StreamYard page, but I am looking from my phone. Okay. So, this is what they are being charged with. The monster himself is being charged with capital unaliving in the course of a kidnapping, capital unaliving in the course of sodomy, capital unaliving in the course of grape, child videoing. That's basically the only way I can say it. An abuse of a corpse. The mother is being charged with felony murder. Unaliving in the course of a kidnapping, felony unaliving in the course of a sodomy, felony unaliving in the course of grape, and human trafficking. So, but I think she only got like 17 years, if I'm not mistaken. And when this dummy went in front of the judge to begin with, he told them that he wanted the DP and he wanted to be expedited and he wanted them to go ahead and take his life as soon as possible. So this all happened. He got arrested in 2021. He went to court in 2024 and told them that he was dropping all appeals, that he just wanted to go ahead and be done with it, be out of his misery. So, yeah, that's where we are with him. I wish that he gave her more time, threw her underneath the jail, done something, because she still has 3 other kids, including Kamarie's full blood brother, because the other 2 are her half siblings. But she had a little brother that has her and the same father. So it's it's a wishy-washy thing. I will tell you that. Yeah, no, there's something going on, and it's not my internet because it works fine until I go live, and then it wants to skip for some reason. I don't know. This is her obituary. Her dad sent me. He sent me this probably 3 years ago. And her dad. Oh, so what I wanted to say about her dad. Okay, so her mom had no custody whatsoever of her or her little brother. I don't know about the other 2 kids, but as far as Kamarie's father, her and her little brother were in his custody. He had sole custody of them. I don't really know the whole reason behind it. I never really got into it. All he said to me was that the courts felt safer with them in his care than in her care. So he decided, no matter what anybody or the court said, that Kamarie and her little brother could go spend one night. This was supposed to be for one night for Christmas, so they could do their Christmas with their mother. and he was going to go back and get them the next morning. And because of the one judgment he made, Kamarie didn't come back. Now, he is not a bad guy. He raised, including Kamarie, he had custody of 6 children. And he had so much family that helped with the kids. So he wasn't having no issue with his kids. Like, he was able to provide for them and everything. He was a good man. He is a really, really good man. And, you know, like every birthday that has passed since this happened, he has celebrated with like the community. He does like this big old birthday party for her and invites all the neighborhood kids, any kids in the city. Like if they want to come, they're more than welcome to come. He's done a bunch of stuff for Kamarie. After the fact, as well as before the fact, but after the fact. And he has said numerous times that he didn't know that her mother was on the drugs that she was on. Had no idea. I am trying to find where they are broadcasting it. I thought they were doing it on their website, which was going to be a little bit easier to do it from, but everything's at 8 o'clock. What's going on at 7 o'clock? Let me see if I can find it on YouTube. Hello, Selena. How are you, sweetheart? I told her it was her fault. It was her fault for that. Like, what dummy is going to be that close to a bear with their window down? Unless they know that the bear is, like, friendly. Come on, Disco. I love you, but I think you had took my spot a little too seriously there. Like, I could see actually me doing some dumb thing like that, but you, honey, no, never. Like, you're supposed to be the one that's, you know, more level-headed than I am. Whoa, no, what the heck? Who the hell is that? Hello? See, it's my laptop. My laptop is running really slow. I'm going quicker than it is. Oh. Okay, well, I see where they're doing a live visual for him. It's called the Death Penalty Action Channel. But this man asked for this. Not only because of what he done, but he literally gave up all appeals because he wanted this. Like, he asked for it before they even gave it to him. You're gonna survive some ghost attacks this weekend too. Oh crap, let me hold on. First off, I gotta bring it back. And I gotta change the speed. She's your family member. No wonder, that's not a surprise. Why isn't this playing? Wait, wrong one. No, I don't want that. Can you guys hear this? Did I mute it? What is going on? Hold on, I gotta refresh the one on my laptop. I lost the browser. Come on, stupid phone. Okay. Let's get this back on track. What was it? This one, yes.
And Barbara, good evening from Atmore. We are set to go here at 6 p.m. for the execution of Jeremywilliams. And you've heard a lot about the crimes he committed. You're going to hear a lot more about them coming up in just a few moments. But I'll give you kind of the layout, logistically speaking, of what the next couple of hours looks like. Myself and 4 other members of the media will shed ourselves of all communication devices, electronic devices. We'll get into a van. We'll go down the road to death row, where we will then be put through another security check. The state will then issue us a notepad and a pen, and that's the only way we can take notes and deliver to you the message about what happens inside that death row chamber tonight, where a lethal injection will be given to Jeremywilliams in just a little while. I just moments ago was passed a note that a lot of people are very interested in death penalty cases, and of course on execution days, a lot of people want to know what the last 24 hours has been like for the inmate. And in this case, Jeremywilliams requested for his last meal a cheese pizza, and he's had visitors: his father, his brother, his stepmother, his wife, his mother, and then it looks like a friend has come by to visit him at home and correctional in the last 24 hours. And so the time is winding down, about 90 minutes from execution time for Jeremywilliams here in Atmore. Barbara, back to you.
Ben, thank you very much. Also tonight, continuing our team coverage for you right now. Topping our news tonight, a shocking crime in East Alabama involving a child. And almost 5 years later, Jeremywilliams set to be put to death an hour from now, 6 o'clock Central, 7 Eastern in Atmore, Alabama, with our Ben Stanfield witnessing the execution tonight.
We've got live team coverage and have been learning more in a Newsletter 9 investigation. 42-year-old Williams, after his arrest for murdering 5-year-old Kamarie Holland, confessing on Christmas Day to raping and killing more young children, telling investigators the reason why, saying he cannot stand to hear children cry. Tonight, the prosecutor put him on death row and a woman from his own family. Speaking out to Newsletter 9's Roslyn Giles, who is in Atmore, Alabama.
Roslyn joins us live now from a remote location near Holland State Prison, where the execution is set to happen tonight. And Roslyn, so how close are you to the prison, and how long did Jeremywilliams float under the radar from law enforcement?
Yeah, very good question, Barbara. But first I want to tell you, that we are just beyond the entrance to Holland State Prison. I'm going to step out the way so my photographer Rico can push in, zoom in, and kind of give you a closer idea of that entrance right where the white sign is. Well, but in terms of Jeremywilliams and how long he was able to float on 2005. That's when Jeremywilliams was in the military in Alaska, and those crimes then stretch all the way south to Columbus and Phoenix City, ending December 2021. But we do know that Jeremywilliams also, for about 15 years, he was able to get away with some of the most unthinkable crimes against children.
For years,
Sorry, y'all, I found the live stream. If I can figure out how to get it on.
Nothing in the world but to donate her toys to another little child that was in need.
Back in 2022, Jeremywilliams was charged with foreclosure to the family of the victim in this case, and so that he could, quote, get right with God. April 10th, 2024, the capital murder trial of Jeremywilliams began in Russell County 2 days later. On April 12th of 2024, a Russell County jury found Williams guilty on 4 counts of capital murder, rape, sodomy, and kidnapping.
Justice was finally served. I'm deeply grateful.
December 13th, 2021, just after 5-year-old Kamarie Holland went missing. Her body was found in Jeremywilliams' abandoned home on 15th Avenue in Phoenix City. 2 weeks later, Jeremy told jail officials he wanted to speak to a lieutenant.
The lieutenant canceled whatever plans he had for Christmas and went down there, and Jeremy began his confession of what he did to Kamarie.
And others.
Gave details as to events in Alaska and other children here locally.
How many kids did he affect here locally and attack in Alaska?
2 children in Alaska that I know of, one being a death, his own baby.
What did he do?
He killed his little 1 month old.
How?
If I remember right, he threw her down the stairs.
Was a boy or a girl?
It's a little girl.
A little girl. Why did he say he did?
Well, Jeremy doesn't like crying children.
Why did you choose not to prosecute the other cases that were revealed by Jeremy, cases against other little girls and victims that he had molested, raped here in Phoenix City?
So it's really, I guess, a matter of we didn't need it for criminal purposes. We had the highest charge we could have and confessions to those.
What do you think about this case?
But what bothers me about this one is we could have you said you were, we could have had Jeremy in 2005. We're that close, 2012. Maybe Kamarie would be alive right now.
got to work, I put it up on the computer to see who had been arrested, and it was my nephew, Jeremywilliams. And I was so shocked, I fell out the chair.
Priscilla Williams is related to Jeremywilliams through marriage. She was married to Jeremy's uncle, and she's also related to Kamarie Holland. Priscilla and Corey Holland, Kamarie's father, are cousins.
I haven't talked to Jeremy since 2019 when my husband passed, so I didn't really know
what was going on. But he did speak at your husband's funeral.
Yes,
What did he say at your husband's funeral?
He spoke, I think he did the prayer. Yes, he was on the program.
And that was 3 years prior to this happening to Kamarie.
Yes.
How are you coping today?
Still one day at a time. Like I tell everybody, prayer, fasting. It took a lot of praying. With me working there, with him being brought to the jail that I go to work every day, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. I had to walk the halls. His cell was down the hall from my desk, but I would go the long way around instead, so I wouldn't pass by his cell because I didn't want him coming to the window to call my name or try to talk to me. I didn't want to see him. When he had attorney visits, they would always let me know. I would get up and leave my desk. Sometime I would go home. Once he got sentenced, they moved him that day. So I never had contact with him.
He first got there to the jail. What did he say to the other, your coworkers?
He had asked the officers that his auntie still work at the jail, and they asked him who was his aunt, and he gave them my name. So they responded that she don't work here and not to mention her name anymore.
Who would come to visit him?
He would have attorney visits. He would have his father. At the jail, they have video visitation where it's on the phone. So he did have visits like that over the phone.
How was that for you, going to work every day where someone in your family that you knew, talked to over the years, maybe fellowshipped, was charged with such a heinous crime?
At first, it was hard. I hated him. It took a long time for me to grow, to get better. I really had to go on a fast and ask God to help me. He had to help me because whatever Jeremy did, I know God is going to take care of that. I just had to ask God to help me with that. Try to move forward, to try to not look at what was done because I can't judge no one. At the end of the day, God has got the last say so. So, and he have. I've come a long way with it.
And unfortunately, Alabama has a history of botched executions. We saw a number of very troubling executions in 2022 using lethal injection.
The executive director of the Death Penalty Information Center says executions can go wrong when there's poorly trained staff and when there's not enough information.
Well, one very troubling aspect of Alabama's death penalty is that we don't have a lot of information about how it conducts executions.
The Alabama Department of Corrections keeps their execution protocol confidential, leaving the type of drugs and cost of execution secret to the public.
The protocols that have been released to the public are heavily redacted, meaning that the American public and the people who live in Alabama don't have any understanding of how this execution will be carried out.
There were 23 new death sentences nationwide last year compared to 43 in 2018. And Robin Maher says that's greatly due to a rise in public attention to high-profile capital cases.
Just 52% of the country supports the use of the death penalty generally. And we also see that opposition has grown, nearly tripled in the past few years.
The average time spent on death row is 22 years, but Jeremywilliams was on the list for just over 2 years.
He wanted to be sentenced to death, and he asked the jury to sentence him to death, and then he told his lawyers not to present any information for his appeals. So this is a very, very unusual death sentence. Again, the jury did not have the information that other juries have about who Mr. Williams is.
For years, Jeremywilliams moved through the Columbus, Phoenix City community undetected. A family man, a veteran, a cousin, a nephew. Nobody saw what was hiding in plain sight. But on Thursday, the state of Alabama is planning to carry out his execution. The people who know the case best say it cannot come soon enough.
A little incredible that we're here this fast, but I'm going to be very relieved when it's over.
Russell County District Attorney Rick Chancey has to live with what he saw on video and with his own eyes on a cold day in December 2021. 5-year-old Kamarie Holland's meth-infested, bruised and battered body, hands tied together, lying on the floor of the basement in what was once Jeremywilliams' family home, abandoned on 15th Avenue in Phoenix City.
There's evil in the world, and sometimes you face it face to face, and we saw it in Jeremy, and we did that baby. Watching her eyes, look into that camera. It's tough.
It is.
And it's something I'll never forget.
Jeremywilliams sat in this seat for 3 days during his capital murder trial here in Russell County. He didn't take the witness stand to testify in his own defense, nor did he contest any of the evidence that was presented against him. Jeremywilliams recorded everything he did to little Kamarie Holland. What makes this case even more devastating, Williams had been in the crosshairs of law enforcement before, acquitted in 2012 for placing a child in scalding water in Phoenix City. Red flags in Alaska as far back as 2005, killing his own 1-month-old girl, throwing her down some stairs, and molesting his stepdaughter, all missed opportunities for law enforcement.
When a child talks, listen. Child says something happened, you better pay attention.
That little girl was just 5 years old in Alaska at the time. Williams didn't just prey on strangers, he preyed on family. Devin Williams is his first cousin. When she needed child care for her young daughter, she turned to Jeremy and his wife, who ran a home daycare on Dozier Street in Columbus. But detectives revealed the truth in a phone call Devin never saw coming.
I found out in June of 22 from detectives that my daughter was a victim of sexual assault.
Her daughter did disclose on the second visit to the Child Advocacy Center. She was between 5 and 6 years old when the abuse happened. Devin says she never noticed a thing.
I was probably in a very vulnerable state after losing my dad, losing their dad. I didn't notice things like that.
Devin had cut Jeremy off months earlier after he made a sexual advance toward her at a family gathering. Then the Friday before Kamarie was killed, he sent Devin a text, she says, asking if her daughter could come over. She had already blocked him. She never responded. Kamarie died that Saturday.
It could have been her.
What detectives uncovered next revealed just how terrified Devin's daughter truly was. She had made a makeshift knife out of cardboard and hidden it under her bed at her grandmother's house, uncovered by detectives. And it was right where she told them it was. Devin said, quote, "It was heartbreaking to realize that my child felt the need to make a weapon to protect herself. That was something I never imagined I would have to hear about my own child." At Jeremywilliams' trial, Devin's daughter testified from a separate room, too afraid to be in the same space as the man who hurt her.
The last part she said is that she survived the monster.
Now 11 years old, still in therapy, still healing, Devin's daughter is counting down the hours to execution day. Her mother says she is ready.
She's ready for him to die.
Devin Williams says she almost didn't come forward.
I didn't want to do it, but she was like, no, go. Please, advocate.
Kamarie Holland was reported missing to the Columbus Police Department on Monday, December 13th, 2021, around 6:15 that morning, after spending the night at her mother's home on Bowman Street in Columbus. Kamarie lived with her dad, who had sole custody of her in Phoenix City, but against a judge's order, she was allowed to spend the night with her mom. And her mother, Christy Sipple, told police her daughter was not in her room the next morning and her front door was wide open.
Manner of death at this time looks to be asphyxiation. It did appear from the scene that there was some sexual abuse.
Court testimony revealing that Williams first brought Kamarie to his home in Columbus on Dozier Street around 2 o'clock on Monday morning, but his wife made him leave. Kamarie's body was found late Monday night in an outdoor cellar at an abandoned house in Phoenix City that belonged to Jeremywilliams' family. The media was alerted. The search for the 5-year-old girl was called off without any new details as to why. Then Russell County Sheriff Heath Taylor held a press conference announcing the discovery of the little girl's body and Jeremywilliams' arrest.
And has been charged with capital murder in Alabama. We will handle the case moving forward.
I'm Kamarie Holland's mommy, and she wouldn't want nothing in the world but to donate her toys to another little child that was in need.
Back in 2022, Jeremywilliams was charged with 4 counts of capital murder. Williams later asked for the death penalty to bring closure to the family of the victim in this case.
Suffering financially. Sadly, this wasn't the first time this victim was targeted.
They took a lot of money from me. We're empty. They left me nothing because I was so dumb.
On before it was and involved the police.
She was being scammed on the phone. We're out with her now. We're going to assist her.
News Leader 9, sponsored by Motley Injury Attorneys.
Good evening. Welcome into Newsletter 9 at 6. I'm Jason Dennis.
And I'm Barbara Goche. Thank you so much for joining us. Topping our news tonight, a shocking crime in East Alabama involving a child. And almost 5 years later, Jeremywilliams set to be put to death an hour from now, 6 o'clock Central, 7 Eastern in Atmore, Alabama, with our Ben Stanfield witnessing the execution tonight.
We've got live team coverage and have been learning more in a Newsletter 9 investigation. 42-year-old Williams, after his arrest for murdering 5-year-old Kamarie Holland, confessing on Christmas Day to raping and killing more young children, telling investigators the reason why, saying he cannot stand to hear children cry. Tonight, the prosecutor put him on death row and a woman from his own family speaking out to Newsletter 9's Roslyn Giles, who is in Atmore, Alabama.
Roslyn joins us live now from a remote location near Holland State Prison, where the execution is set to happen tonight. And Roslyn, so how close are you to the prison, and how long did Jeremywilliams float under the radar from law enforcement?
Yeah, very good question, Barbara. But first I want to tell you, very good question, Barbara. First I want to tell you that we are just beyond the entrance to Holland State Prison. I'm going to step out the way so my photographer Rico can push in, zoom in, and kind of give you a closer idea of that entrance right where the white sign is. And there are a lot of cars there, as well as guards standing by as well. But in terms of Jeremywilliams and how long he was able to float under that radar, Barbara, as you said, this crime dates back to 2005. That's when Jeremywilliams was in the military in Alaska, and those crimes then stretch all the way south to Columbus and Phoenix City, ending December 2021. But we do know that Jeremywilliams also, for about 15 years, he was able to get away with some of the most unthinkable crimes against children.
For years, Jeremywilliams moved through the Columbus, Phoenix City community undetected. A family man, a veteran, a cousin, a nephew. Nobody saw what was hiding in plain sight. But on Thursday, the state of Alabama is planning to carry out his execution. The people who know the case best say it cannot come soon enough.
A little incredible that we're here this fast, but I'm going to be very relieved when it's over.
Russell County District Attorney Rick Chancey has to live with what he saw on video and with his own eyes on a cold day in December 2021. 5-year-old Kamarie Holland's meth-infested, bruised and battered body, hands tied together, lying on the floor of the basement in what was once Jeremywilliams' family home, abandoned on 15th Avenue in Phoenix City.
There's evil in the world, and sometimes you face it face to face, and we saw it in Jeremy and what he did to that baby, and watching her eyes look into that camera. It's tough.
It is.
And it's something I'll never forget.
Jeremywilliams sat in this seat for 3 days during his capital murder trial here in Russell County. He didn't take the witness stand to testify in his own defense, nor did he contest any of the evidence that was presented against him. Jeremywilliams recorded everything he did to little Kamarie Holland. What makes this case even more devastating, Williams had been in the crosshairs of law enforcement before, acquitted in 2012 for placing a child in scalding water in Phoenix City. Red flags in Alaska as far back as 2005, killing his own 1-month-old girl, throwing her down some stairs, and molesting his stepdaughter. All missed opportunities for law enforcement.
When a child talks, listen. Child says something happened, you better pay attention.
That little girl was just 5 years old in Alaska at the time. Williams didn't just prey on strangers, he preyed on family. Devin Williams is his first cousin. When she needed child care for her young daughter, she turned to Jeremy and his wife, who ran a home daycare on Dozier Street in Columbus. But detectives revealed the truth in a phone call Devin never saw coming.
I found out in June of 22 from detectives that my daughter was a victim of sexual assault.
Her daughter did disclose on the second visit to the Child Advocacy Center. She was between 5 and 6 years old when the abuse happened. Devin says she never noticed a thing.
I was probably in a very vulnerable state after losing my dad, losing their dad, you know. I didn't notice things like that.
Devin had cut Jeremy off months earlier after he made a sexual advance toward her at a family. He sent Devin a text, she says, asking if her daughter could come over. She had already blocked him. She never responded. Kamarie died that Saturday.
It could have been her.
Detectives uncovered revealed just how Devin's daughter was. She had made a makeshift knife out of board and hidden it at her grandmother's house by thinking to realize Williams
Fountain Correctional Facility, getting ready to head over to Holland Correctional Facility where that execution will take place.
We will also be checking in with our Ralston Giles in Atmore right now. She's looking at the history surrounding this case. Earlier this week, she spoke with the family also impacted by Williams' actions. We begin tonight with Ben Stanfield, who is set later. Starting out with Ben Stanfield, who is going to be a witness to this execution, one of just 5 media members, plus about a dozen others who will be there when Williams is put to death.
So Ben, what's the atmosphere like, and how are you feeling? Because certainly this is a heavy assignment.
Yeah, Barbara, Jason, good evening from Atmore. You're right. The first feeling in the air here in Atmore is that southwest Alabama heat. It is very hot outside here in Atmore this afternoon. This is an I-65 town flanked just north of Mobile. In that area, it's very rural here by design. So just behind us is what is called the Fountain Correctional Facility. And then Holman is down the road a couple of miles. And Holman actually is flanked back into the woods. You can't see Holman from the highway. You can see the Fountain facility here, but Death Row is not visible from the roadway. So in a little while, myself and 4 other media members will board a van. We'll be, of course, stripped of electronic devices or any communication. We'll go in with a state-issued notepad and a pen, and we will write down what we see tonight. Of course, it's expected to start at 6 o'clock, and from research says it should take about half an hour for Jeremy Tremaine Williams to be put to death for the heinous crimes that he committed against little 5-year-old Kamarie Holland. So we'll keep you updated every step of the way here from Atmore this evening.
Long history of violence and sex crimes against children has caused a lifetime of pain and agony within his own family. A woman who is related to both Kamarie Holland and Jeremy Williams sat down with our Ralston Giles for an exclusive interview about the shocking ordeal that they learned about as the public was finding out about it as well. And our Ralston Giles is with us now live there in Atmore as well. Ralston, so what did she tell you about the family aspect of this tragedy from both sides?
Well, Barbara, Priscilla Williams is in a very unique position. She is related to both the victim and the convicted killer in this case. She is related to Jeremy Williams by marriage, and she's also Kamarie Holland's cousin. And on top of that, she worked before retiring at the Russell County Jail, where Jeremy Williams stayed for 3 years before he was brought here to Holman Correctional Facility. And we are just beyond that prison. The entrance is right behind us, where people are still filing in there to witness the execution.
At the work, I put it up on the computer to see who had been arrested, and it was my nephew, Jeremy Williams. And I was so shocked, I fell out the chair.
Priscilla Williams is related to Jeremy Williams through marriage. She was married to Jeremy's uncle, and she's also related to Kamarie Holland. Priscilla and Corey Holland, Kamarie's father, are cousins.
I haven't talked to Jeremy since 2019 when my husband passed, so I didn't really know
what was going on. But he did speak at your husband's funeral.
Yes.
What did he say at your husband's funeral?
He spoke, I think he did the prayer. Yes, he was on the program.
And that was 3 years prior to this happening to Kamarie.
Yes.
How are you coping today?
Still one day at a time. Like I tell everybody, prayer, fasting. It took a lot of praying. With me working there, with him being brought to the jail, that I go to work every day, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. I had to walk the halls. His cell was down the hall from my desk. But I would go the long way around instead, so I wouldn't pass by his cell, because I didn't want him coming to the window to call my name or try to talk to me. I didn't want to see him. When he had attorney visits, they would always let me know. I would get up and leave my desk. Sometime I would go home. Once he got sentenced, they moved him that day. So I never had contact with him.
When he first got there to the jail, what did he say to your coworkers?
He had asked the officers that his auntie still work at the jail, and they asked him who was his aunt, and he gave them my name. So they responded that she don't work here, and not to mention her name anymore.
Who would come to visit him?
He would have attorney visits. He would have his father. At the jail, they have a video visitation where it's on the phone. So he did have visits like that over the phone.
How was that for you, going to work every day where someone in your family that you knew, talked to over the years, maybe fellowshipped, was charged with such a heinous crime?
At first, it was hard. I hated him. It took a long time for me to grow, to get better. I really had to go on a fast and ask God to help me. He had to help me because whatever Jeremy did, I know God is going to take care of that. I just had to ask God to help me with that. Try to move forward, to try to not look at what was done because I can't judge no one. At the end of the day, God has got the last say so. And he has. I've come a long way with it.
Priscilla Williams, along with other family members, are trying to be especially strong today with what is about to happen here in Holland Prison. She also says that Jeremywilliams' family never talks about this tragedy. She says he grew up in the church with his mother and father, taking him to the Seventh-day Adventist church. She says they are still living, but at some point, Jeremywilliams took a turn for the worse. They think all because of drugs, especially meth. Live in Atmore, Alabama, I'm Rosalind Giles for WTVM News Leader 9.
Certainly so many questions left unanswered. All right, Rosalind, thank you so much for the live report there from Atmore, Alabama. The executive
I'm about to drop the trailer to my new original series, Fightland, and y'all better watch it. Let's get it.
Right here on State Route 21 in Atmore, Alabama, just off to the side of the road. But behind me, you can actually see Holman Correctional Facility. I'm going to step out of the way so that my photographer can zoom in and give you a better view of that entrance right there.
As Kamarie Holland's killer, Jeremywilliams of Phoenix City, is scheduled to be executed tonight, we are hearing from one of the first officers to see the tragic reality of the Kamarie Holland case.
Columbus Police Sergeant Jane Edenfield was one of the first on the scene when 5-year-old Kamarie's body was found in that abandoned home at Phoenix City back in December of 2021. And Sergeant Edenfield joins us now. Sergeant, thanks for being with us. Yeah. Take us back to that day when you first walked into that abandoned home and realized what you were seeing. What do you remember most about those first moments?
Disbelief. Yeah. You know, of course we wanted to find her. Part of it was shock that we did find her, but then to see what we saw, just disbelief. Yeah. So.
And you've handled a lot of, some difficult cases, but this involved a 5-year-old child, the entire community looking for her. How did this case change the Columbus Police Department, change you as an officer and a person?
I think, especially as a supervisor, it changed because I'm not sure how much you guys know, but my detective at the time, we were assisting the other units that were primary. We were on a search warrant, and the homeowner looked at my detective and said, if something happened to that little girl, she's going to be in that house in Phoenix City, and gave us the address. And we passed the information along, but things were busy. And he came up to me that night and said, look, Sarge, this is what she said. And I looked at him, I said, I trust you. Do you want to go? He said, yes, ma'am, I want to go. I said, let's go. And that's why we went. Just trusted him, trusted his gut feeling. And, so working with people as a supervisor, as a person, just trusting your gut and trusting your people. I learned a lot, so.
Well, tonight, as Jeremywilliams is scheduled to be executed for these heinous crimes, given what you saw and what you know about this case, what are you feeling? Do you want to be there to see this execution?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I want to be there. Yeah. I do. It's such a mixture of feelings, until it happens, until it for sure happens, you're kind of in this kind of flux. And somebody told me people say the word closure a lot. I don't know that anybody really gets closure. I think resolution. Somebody told me that a few weeks ago, and that really stuck to me. So I just hope for everybody involved, including family, we all, especially the family, get some resolution with this.
Yeah, and Russell County Sheriff Heath Taylor talked about the emotions, him being a dad, and with this involving a 5-year-old girl. So, I mean, this obviously leaves a lasting impact on first responders. So how as police, have y'all been able to process through something like this?
You know, it's just, of course, we have a lot of outlets with our department. You know, just leaning on the people you need to lean on, your family, your friends, your coworkers. You know, I actually didn't break down for almost 2 weeks. And for a minute, I thought something was wrong with me because I was just working. And it was about 2 weeks later, and it hit me. So I've also taken that into account when my coworkers are on scenes or see things. Don't push it. Let them come to you when they need to come to you. You know, notice the signs, but just know that it may not be the next day or that day. Right. You know, those kind of things. So I learned a lot about myself too and how I react to things. So I can only imagine the guys that have to do see these kind of crimes every day. It's a lot. So.
Which is the most impactful case, one of the most certainly impactful cases in your career?
Yes, I also worked a case on the Riverwalk. It was a rape, but it was of an adult. That was very, very impactful. This one by far is the top. I think that the child aspect, getting to be part of the trial all the way to the end, the sentencing, having to testify, finding her, I cannot get that image out of my head.
Yeah,
so I just can't. So
well, we appreciate you and everything that you and the police department did on this.
Definite teamwork. It was teamwork. So
thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's my old bill. $156 a month.
It's legit. Like, it's not, I'm not like, I don't.
Well, in about 2 hours, Jeremywilliams, the man charged with the rape and murder of 5-year-old Kamarie Holland, will be executed.
Williams, if you remember, pleaded guilty and requested a speedy execution during his 2024 trial, making him the first to be executed in the state so far this year. Newsletter 9's Talia Cavallini is at our East Alabama Bureau. And with an expert on the death penalty ahead of tonight's execution.
So, Talia, how does the state conduct these executions, and what's the history behind it?
Well, Barbara, Jason, there are 3 execution methods in Alabama, those being electrocution, lethal injection, and nitrogen gas. Now, nitrogen hypoxia was found unconstitutional back in June when the inmates were suffering as they suffocated to death, but it's lethal injection that has caused the most issues in recent years, which is how Williams will be executed tonight.
And unfortunately, Alabama has a history of botched executions. We saw a number of very troubling executions in 2022 using lethal injection.
The executive director of the Death Penalty Information Center says executions can go wrong when there's poorly trained staff and when there's not enough information.
Well, one very troubling aspect of Alabama's death penalty is that we don't have a lot of information about how it conducts executions.
The Alabama Department of Corrections keeps their execution protocol confidential, leaving the type of drugs and cost of execution secret to the public.
The protocols that
Joining us now is News Leader 9's Jason Dennis. Jason, you've actually been to one of these executions before. What should people be expecting tomorrow?
Well, the process is very complex, and it's not something you really think about doing as a journalist, Talia, but something, of course, big to cover, big to experience, and witnessed an execution more than 2 decades ago. I was a reporter here at WTV. I'm really trying to focus on being the eyes and the ears for the public, to see what happens and how it happens with this capital punishment, including the emotions that happened in the death chamber itself. Got to admit, I was nervous boarding that prison van on the way to this execution. This was back on January 25th, 2002. Convicted Columbus cop killer Ronald Spivey put to death that evening at the state prison in Jackson, Georgia. He was on death row for the murder of Columbus police officer Billy Watson, a deadly shooting at the Peachtree Mall 25 years prior, back in 1977. Thinking back on it, it was certainly surreal. I stepped into a small room, 25 other people there, including police deputies, family and friends of the victim and the killer. Spivey was on the other side of the glass from us on a gurney, all set up for the lethal injection. We could see Spivey apologizing, telling us as witnesses, what would Jesus do? And he was pronounced dead at 7:04 that night. And Talia, certainly something I will never forget, experiencing this as a 25-year-old journalist. And I'm sure Ben Stanfield will say the same thing tomorrow for the execution of Jeremywilliams. Certainly a difficult assignment.
Absolutely. Watching a man die in front of you, was that emotional for you and the other witnesses?
Very emotional. There were some in the death chamber that cried. Others, it was very stoic and kind of eerily quiet. More than 24 years after the execution of Ronald Spivey.
If your child used TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, or Snapchat between the ages of 8 and 18 and then struggled with anxiety, depression.
The execution of Phoenix City child murderer Jeremywilliams is set to take place at any moment now inside an Alabama prison. In a Christmas night jailhouse interview in 2021, Williams confesses to Kamarie, Holland's murder and the murder decades earlier of a child in Alaska and the sexual assault of another child. Investigators had a Williams cell phone, and on it they found video that showed the entire crime. In April of 2024, he was found guilty by a jury and the judge sentenced him to death on 4 capital murder counts. In June of this year, the Alabama Supreme Court authorized his execution, and Governor Kay Ivey set a 30-hour window for the execution by lethal injection beginning at midnight on August 13th. For Russell County Sheriff Heath Taylor, this is justice.
Jeremywilliams told Russell County Sheriff's investigators that he had abused another girl 20 years earlier. Lieutenant Brad Evans went to work. He located the girl, now a young woman, and called.
Williams is scheduled to be executed at 6 p.m. Central Time by lethal injection. WDHN will keep you updated both on air and online.
You, we will block you. This is your warning. There is no tolerance for that on here or on any of the social media pages. And I think we've got a couple volunteers that are helping manage the social media pages today and moving forward. And also folks that are on this panel speak for themselves if they're not a staff or a board member of Death Penalty Action. We will be joined by Abe and Suzanne, who are going to be at the prison. They're running a little bit late. There was some traffic issues. It was very ambitious of them to drive from Tennessee to Alabama in the middle, in between the two executions. So they will be joining us in a little while. But before we get too far, we are going to remember the victims. That is why we're all here, and we want to center them in all of these spaces. And to help us with that is Cantor Zusman.
Shalom Aleichem, peace unto you. Cantor Michael Zusman here with the thousands of members of L'chaim, which means to life, Jews Against the Death Penalty, a project of Death Penalty Action. If you're watching this video, it means that one of 3 executions slated to take place in the United States of America on this day is about to occur. We stand with all of civilized humanity against killings, whether by individuals or by the state. And we always remember the victims. And so, we remember in this case, the angelic victim, Princess, her nickname was Princess, Kamarie Lanell Holland, born November 23rd, 2016, and brutally murdered December 12th, 2021, at the age of 5. I will read from Kamarie's obituary. Kamarie was born to an extremely proud and loving father, Corey Maurice Holland. Her mom was Christy Marie Sipple in Columbus, Georgia, on November 23rd, 2016. Every day forward, Kamarie had been a true ray of sunshine in everyone's lives. She resided in Phoenix City, Alabama with her dad and little brother, Corey. Kamarie had the biggest heart a little girl could have. She was always happy and smiling, talking, singing, dancing, and recording videos were some of her most favorite hobbies. Everyone who knows Kamarie knows her to be a genuinely loving kid that absolutely loved her father and little brother. She was the boss of them both. Kamarie's father affectionately called her his little princess, and that's exactly who she identified herself as, a princess. In the words of her father, quote, Kamarie was so intelligent and full of love. On August 16th, 2021, Kamarie started her first day of preschool at Just for Kids with Mrs. Robertson as her pre-K teacher. She absolutely loved school, socializing, and learning. Kamarie went to heavenly peace on Monday, December 13th, 2021. She was a social butterfly that will be truly and deeply missed. Moments like this are beyond words, and so we turn to the words, in our case, of our tradition. Prayer for the soul of Princess Kamarie Lanell Holland, that she be bound up in the bond of life eternal under the divine wings, a princess now reunited with her queen and with the love that unites us all. I ask you, no matter what tradition you're from, secular, spiritual, or religious, to turn your attention to Princess Kamarie now. El Malelachamim Shochein Bamromim Hametzei Menucha Nechona Tachat Kanfei Ashechin במעלות קדושים וטהורים, כזוהר נקי המזהירים, את נשמת פרינסס קמארי לנל הולנד, שהלכה לעולמה בגן עדן תהי מנוחתה, ענה בעל הרחמים, אסיריה בסתר כנפיך לעולמים. וצרור בצרור החיים את נשמתה, אדוני הוא נחלתה, וינוח בשלום על משכבה. Zichrona livracha, may the abiding neshama, the abiding spirit of Princess Kamarie Lanel Holland, be an everlasting blessing, and may her abiding neshama spirit be a loving guide to her father, her brother, and all whom she knew, and for us all. May her loved ones be comforted among all the mourners of the world, and may no more blood be spilled in her sacred name. May the killings end.
Thank you, Cantor Zeusman. Ooh, I mean, as Cantor Zeusman said, there are no words. When it is, all murder is devastating. It should not happen, but especially when it is a child that has so much ahead of them and so much light. And yeah, I'm glad that we have Cantor Zeusman to help us center that and remember Princess and the other victims in these cases. We are joined by Janet Walsh from the UK. I know it's getting pretty late for her, so I want to make sure that we respect her time and allow her to share her prayer before it gets too late.
Thank you, Ali. Thank you, everyone, for joining with us, especially those who were with us this afternoon. It's been very long, sad and distressing day. For those of you who haven't met me before, my name is Janet Walsh. I'm a Christian believer. I live near Manchester in the United Kingdom. And the last executions here were carried out in 1964. That's over 60 years ago. And their death penalty was actually abolished in 1969. Jesus has filled my heart with compassion for all those on death row in the USA. So I'm standing here with you now in vigil for Jeremywilliams. This is my prayer for him. Some verses from Psalm 139. O Lord, you have searched me and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You are familiar with all my ways, for you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I thank you, O God, that you are the one who created us, who knows and understands us, who knows and understands Jeremywilliams. We cry out to you, Almighty God, from deep within our hearts, as Jeremywilliams apparently goes willingly to his death today. Help him in his hour of great need today, Father God. Help him to know that you are there with your arms open wide. Help him to know that he can be forgiven for what he did, if only he reaches out to you to seek forgiveness. Thank you, Lord God, that you hear the deep cries from our hearts for Jeremywilliams. in this his greatest hour, his hour of greatest need for you. For Jeremy's family, friends and loved ones, Heavenly Father, we ask you to help them to be aware of your presence, walking alongside them along every step of their lives. I also pray for Governor Kay Ivey, that she will look to you, Eternal Father, to help to guide her along the narrow road of life with you, to come to a realization that the message of Jesus is one of love, mercy and forgiveness, and that as Christians we are commanded not to repay evil with evil. I pray too that more and more people in Alabama will take a stand against the state killing of living, breathing human beings. For everyone who is campaigning for the abolition of the death penalty, I pray that you will shine like stars in the darkness, holding on firmly to the cause and helping others to become filled with compassion for all those on death row. I offer these prayers now in the mighty and precious name of our Lord and Saviour, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Janet. I see we are here joined by Abe Bonowitz, our executive director. What do you have for us, Abe?
Well, we're just arriving, getting set up. There's a reporter here that wants to talk to us, so we'll do that, but be back in a few minutes. But just for those who haven't seen this before, it's hard to see, but if you can see over my shoulder back there, there is the main entrance to the prison is right back there. Here's Joni. And and so back here is where the main entrance to the prison is. We are in this little corral that they make for protesters, and of course we're the only folks here today. But it's right next to the road, and you know, the media's been waiting for us, so they're here, some of them, and here we are. So glad you're with us today. Grateful for everybody that was with us earlier, and sad for the moment that we're in. Don't have much to add at this point. I am grateful that Daryl Hines went peacefully, such that anyone can be in the torture of any execution. But what we know is that it wasn't what we feared it could be. And hopefully the same will be true now for Jeremywilliams. So we'll be back in a little bit. We're going to continue to pull out our things and again, welcome everybody. I do want to say Joni Johnson is here. Actually, Joni, well, she'll come back in a little bit, but she's been doing some research that I think is worth sharing with us about some things around this and other executions. So we'll be checking that out. We'll be hearing from her shortly, and yeah, we'll be back. Thank you.
Thank you. So we are not yet joined by Rob Dunham or a couple of other people that we're hoping are going to show up, but we are joined by Esther Brown of Project Hope to Abolish the Death Penalty. Esther, I am going to ask you to unmute and to start your video. And I know Esther is very well connected within Atmore and can probably share more with us about this situation. Hold on, Esther, I'm trying to get your video to start. Did you see I sent you an invitation to Oh. There it is. You just went and then you went away.
I don't know. It worked before.
It looks like. Oh, I don't know what is going on, Esther.
It says Esther Brown, but it shows Allie.
Yeah, because hold on, let
No, I don't know
me
what's happening.
give me 1 second, Esther. Okay, I sent you another
You can-
invitation.
on video.
Not sure why your camera is not working now. Oh, there we go,
Yeah.
Esther. Please share with us the thoughts that you've got going on today.
This is a very difficult evening, obviously. I mean, every execution is a crime. And as we are a death row organization founded on death row, and the board is there, I'm the one on the outside. Obviously, there are some, I don't know whether crimes worse than others, but it certainly feels that way. But one thing that I do want to say, this is not state-assisted suicide. It is not. Jeremy, even before his trial, told his attorneys not to present any kind of mitigating issues. He wanted the death penalty. Why did he want it? Because he wanted to atone for what he had done. He wanted to make it easier for the family so that it wouldn't be drawn out and long. Yes, so I think one has to respect that. And of course, he had to go through the trial because that's the law. And the minute he was found guilty and given the death sentence, he fired his attorneys. And that was the end of the attorneys or any kind of appeals. He dropped all of them. He wrote monthly to Montgomery, to the people in power, asking them to expedite his execution. He wanted to atone. Of course, it is absolutely horrible what happened. And I think especially maybe for those of us who are a mother, a grandmother, and a great-grandmother, I don't know whether we feel it more, but it's sort of, it's really difficult to, but of course, then there are the drugs that we allow to be everywhere. And I would say just about most people in prison and on death row, the drugs led them there. Nobody in his right mind would do what Jeremy did. But it is interesting to me that when I talk to the men on death row and when they found out what he had done just recently, because, you don't ask everybody, why are you here? They were very surprised because he didn't, he's not dead yet, but he doesn't come across that way. He was respectful, kind. I know one of my, very dear friends, he was very kind to him. To this man who has some mental issues, let's say. And at the end, he gave him his Bible. So, I would say whatever happened was horrible. And we can never say that it was all right. Of course not. It's unbelievable. It's unreal. And I must say, before I got closer to this whole prison and death penalty issue, I wouldn't have believed that that kind of thing took place. Maybe I was naive, but it just seemed unreal. But all I can say is that Jeremy apparently did feel that he needed to atone. And how could he atone? The only way he could atone is by giving his life. It is a tragedy. he actually has a family. I know he has visits. And I was on the phone with my chairman a couple of hours ago, and apparently there was somebody who came into the visiting park and sang Amazing Grace. And I was told it's not the Amazing Grace I know, so maybe it's a modern Amazing Grace. But I'm just hoping that everybody connected with this tragedy will find some peace and will find some rest. Thank you.
Absolutely, Esther.
And of
Thank
course,
you.
all of us, you know, who are in touch and on death row. I do know this afternoon, quite late, things were behind. You know, they have certain routine and that happens, and things were behind as usual. But I guess everything else is on time. But for the night, the main thing I want to say is that Jeremy wanted to atone. This was not suicide. No, it was not suicide. Thank you.
Thank you, Esther. I see that we are joined now by Brandon Pfeiffer. Not to put you on the spot, Brandon, but I know that you've come up with a new song inspired by some of the conversation earlier. So I just wanted to give you an opportunity to share about that. And then you share the song.
Yes. Except you put me on the spot, Allie.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just teasing. I just getting set up, and I can't find that song now, but I have it here somewhere.
Why don't you sing another song and we can go back to it in a little bit?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Perfect. Thank you.
Is from as well. So that's why I'm here today. And I had to come down to
Give him a moment. I'm very interested to hear about the research that Joni had been working on.
Hey, I'm at Abe's computer. He's at the road.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, Abe had shared earlier that you had done some research that you were wanting to share a little bit later. So I'm wondering if now is an okay time to do so.
Absolutely. So
can you turn the video on and then there we go. Perfect. And then introduce yourself and then you can go into it.
My name is Joni Johnson. I am actually from Columbus, Georgia, where Jeremy is from as well. So that's why I'm here today. And I had to come down to Georgia for another engagement. And it just so happened to coincide with this. So I wanted to make myself available. And I was doing some research. I have a website and I was doing some research on the death penalty. And it seems that me being from Georgia, of course, I kind of zeroed in on them because the doctor that participates in Georgia is very open about his involvement and what he does, more open than anyone else, it seems. And they are getting paid $18,000 per execution for the doctor. I'm a breast cancer patient and survivor, and I've gone through several reconstruction surgeries. I went back and looked at my surgeries. The most the doctors got paid in my surgeries were $3,000, and that was for like a 6-hour surgery, 7-hour surgery. $18,000 is a payoff. It's not a paycheck.
No, we knew that it was a lot. And I know the numbers have changed a little bit in different places. You can put the video back on. I forget what it was around the federal executions, but I know that the payoffs around those were really high, and they were actually flying executioners out of state. It's really disturbing, and that's why they were usually doing multiple in the same week so that they could fly the executioners out, hit 2 or 3 of them in that week, and then they would fly back the next week or the next month, do another couple of them. every month for those last 6 months of the first Trump administration. And I mean, like, I know we've been talking a lot about the doctor in Tennessee because of what happened to Tony Carruthers and his failure to not only set an IV line, but to set a central line too, while this guy is like completely awake and cognizant, lucid. And I mean, there's been a number of times where we have like not interacted with doctors, but we have learned the identities and what some of these doctors are getting paid, and it is absolutely wild. Like, the physician that worked with Alabama and their nitrogen protocol was out of UC Davis in California. He was a professor in the anesthesiology and pain management department of their medical school. He was emeritus, but still. And he had his own private business after he had retired from the school. And I mean, it is just horrific that any doctor would engage in any of these, regardless of how much they're paid. You would hope that when you go to medical school, when you decide you're going to be a doctor, you want to go into that because you want to help people. And to completely abandon your oath and the people that you're supposed to serve for a paycheck is just absolutely horrific. I'm sure Reverend Dr. Jeff Hood probably has some thoughts to share on this topic as well. He just jumped in.
First of all, I want to say hello to my great love of my life, Esther Brown. That is the first and foremost thing I want to say. But no, I think so Carlos Musso, who was a multi-decade execution doctor in Georgia, he always made the argument that he was involved because he felt like he was making things better, and that if he wasn't involved, that they would be worse. And it's interesting. I don't even know if we've ever talked about this. I actually grew up close to him, close to his kids. Like I didn't just know him, I knew him. And it's interesting, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, is what people think makes them, I guess, what they consider helping to be. And Esther, I know that you can spend a lot of time talking about this, but I mean, you go back decades and decades, I'm sure there were a lot of people who thought that they were helping. And they're in Germany and other various places who weren't doing, and for all intents and purposes were hurting or making it worse. But I do think that sometimes we get ourselves in positions as human beings where we justify things, right? I mean, we justify our participation in all sorts of things, and not the least of which I'm thinking about how much of a distance we have between all of these global conflicts we think are just happening somewhere else and therefore don't affect us, and we justify all that we do. We think about, I can't tell you how many times I've heard people talk about, well, that's the price of war. Well, then maybe there shouldn't be war. Well, if that's the price of the death penalty, then there shouldn't be a death penalty. And so when we start talking about like the price of something as if the price is disconnected from humanity, that's when we get into like really, really bad places. But to circle back around though, these anesthesiologists and other doctors that are involved in these executions, it's a very, very strange business. And it's also a strange business how much how far the state is willing to go to protect these medical professionals and whatnot. I know that every state I've been in, I mean, it's been different, but of the 5 states I've been in, some go as far as to wear like a ski mask, Others go so far to like make you turn around and not look while the doctor comes through. But I guess in my mind, and Allie, I see your hand, but I guess in my mind, if you got to hide your face, then you probably shouldn't be doing it. I mean, I think that's on a very basic moral level. If you got to hide your face, then you probably shouldn't be doing it.
Not to put you on the spot, I've done a lot of that this evening, but share with us what that moment was like. I think it was during Kenny Smith's execution. The execution's over, and you saw the face of the doctor. I'm not remembering all the details, but what was that like?
Oh yeah, that was interesting. Well, before I go there, let me say this. You know, it seems like, and I'm not going to puff Esther up too much tonight, but it does seem like with her work, you know, she is constantly connected to, you know, these guys, like not just connected, but connected on an intimate level. And believe it or not, on occasion, Esther and I get in little arguments and we have disagreements. That's how you can tell that we love each other. But one of the things that I've always thought about, though, is the way that Esther is connected to these guys is the way that we should all be connected to each other. Like, you know, we spend so much time thinking that, like, this is extraordinary, when I think Esther is showing us what should be ordinary. And what ends up happening is that when we disconnect ourselves from each other, that's when we get these sorts of places where we feel comfortable inserting needles in each other and killing each other. I mean, that's how we get to that place, is because we're able to dehumanize and able to sever that connection with each other. So if you are interested in how to abolish the death penalty, look no further than Esther Brown, my friends. The other thing that I was going to say is that with Kenny, let me turn this way. With Kenny, we go into the chamber. I mean, you know, y'all have heard me tell the story over and over again, but I mean, horror is an understatement. I mean, you're talking about thrashing. You're talking about, I mean, I don't ever keep this thing far from. Thank you. You want to say hello?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Quinley's informing me that we already have ordered the Chick-fil-A and I need to go pick it up. So I'm glad that he let me know. But this is, you know, this is the nitrogen mask, and of course, and you know, so I'm seeing Kenny thrash around in this thing. Sorry, I can get it close if y'all are trying to see it. So as I'm watching this thing thrash back and forth and whatnot, I mean, in literally a horror show. And the other thing that is crazy to me is that they could have offered a sedative. There are things that they could have done to make it not as horrific that they chose not to do. And so the execution goes through. I'm traumatized beyond belief. So is everybody else that saw it. And we get out, and I'm going back through the hallway. And the way the execution chamber there in Alabama is configured is that in order to get into the actual execution chamber, you have to go by the death cell, which is where they keep the person being executed, I believe, for the last, sometimes the last week, 5 days, sometimes 3 days. But anyways, I'm going back through there, and I turn the corner, and as I turn the corner, the doctor who was presiding over the execution comes around the corner, and I stopped. As soon as I saw him, of course, I knew exactly who he was. I mean, he had on a lab coat, and he very doctor. He had a stethoscope on. I mean, it was like it was like running into a doctor at a hospital, and he was just absolutely shocked to see me, and I was shocked to see him, no doubt about that. And I just sort of stopped and I stared at him. I guess I stared at him too long because they got pissed off at me and pushed me on. But I wanted him to know, like, look, I see you. Like I see like that you're here. I see what you're doing. And I might not know your name. I might not ever have any idea who you are ever again. But I want you to know that I see you. And I think that judgment, I always think about this. I'm less interested in judgment than I am accountability. And I think in that moment, there was some accountability for him of somebody knows that I was involved in this. And I'll say that.
Can you hear that okay? Alec, can you give me a thumbs up? Oh, I think we froze. Hold on.
We did freeze. We're good.
What's that?
We're good. Yes.
Okay. I'm just grabbing the I forgot to grab the Wi-Fi since we're out here in the middle of nowhere. Oh, that's gonna go out in a minute too. Let's see what we can do. All right.
Shalom Aleichem, peace unto you. Enter Michael Zusman with the thousands of members of L'chaim, to life, L'chaim, Jews Against the Death Penalty, a project of death penalty action. If you're watching this video, it means that one of 3 scheduled executions is about to transpire on this triple execution day. This one, that of Jeremywilliams in Alabama. We always stand against state-sponsored killing, whether it be by the Nazi legacy, that is lethal injection, or any means. We turn our attention now to Mr. Williams. We'll offer this prayer, Psalm 23, asking that the divine guide him as he is inhumanely placed into the valley of the shadow of death. And I ask you, no matter what your background or faith tradition, turn your attention to him in this horrific moment.
Binot desheyor bitseni, al me menuchot yenachal leini, nafshi yeshover, nafshi yeshover, yad feini magaletze, Dank begibt's almalet, lo irara kiata imadi, shivtecha umishantecha, shivtecha Shantecha, Eva Yenachamuni, Taruch lefanai shulchan, Taruch lefanai shulchan, Taruch lefanai shulchan, Neged tzolai, Dishanta Shemen Roshi, Dishanta Shemen Roshi, Kosirevaya. Ach, tov v'chesed yirdefuni kol yemei chayai. V'shavti, shavti b'beit Adonai. V'shavti Adonai. Leolef Yah.
Maybe Brandon, you could bring us some more music while we're in this space of waiting.
Yep.
Better.
Happy belated birthday! My birthday was like a month ago. Well, it took me this long to find you the perfect present.
On August 13, 2026, Jeremy Tremaine Williams was executed in Alabama a little over 2 years after he was sent to death row. But the reason he ended up on that gurney comes down to a number: $1,300. That's what he agreed to pay for 1 hour with a 5-year-old girl. And the person he paid was her own mother. Her name was Kamarie Holland, and this is what happened to her. In December of 2021, Jeremywilliams was 37 years old, living between Columbus, Georgia, and Phoenix City, Alabama, right on the state line. He had met a woman named Christy Sipple online, and the two of them had been seeing each other for a while. Christy had 2 kids, and one of them was 5-year-old Kamarie. And here's the thing.
scheduled murdered 5-year-old Kamarie Holland in 2021. Our Chuck Williams is in Atmore, Alabama, where Williams is set to die from lethal injection. Chuck, what can you tell us?
Teresa, we have just gotten from the Alabama Department of Corrections details on what Jeremywilliams has been doing for the last 2 days. He has met with a number of people, including his father, his mother, his stepmother, his brother, and his wife. Here's how we got here. On December 13th, 2021, Columbus police were frantically looking for a missing 5-year-old girl, Kamarie Holland. By the 11 o'clock news, this happened.
An update tonight on the search for a 5-year-old girl in Columbus. Columbus police have canceled the missing persons alert for 5-year-old Kamarie Holland.
It was because her body, abused and battered, had been found behind a Phoenix City house.
Roy Cooper's been in politics 40 years, and we're paying the price. Cooper released 35.
The execution of Phoenix City child murderer Jeremywilliams is set to take place at any moment now inside an Alabama prison. In a Christmas night jailhouse interview in 2021, Williams confesses to Kamarie Holland's murder and the murder decades earlier of a child in Alaska and the sexual assault of another child. Investigators had Williams' cell phone, and on it they found video that showed the entire crime. In April of 2024, he was found guilty by a jury, and the judge sentenced him to death on 4 capital murder counts. In June of this year, the Alabama Supreme Court authorized his execution, and Governor Kay Ivey set a 30-hour window for the execution by lethal injection beginning at midnight on August 13th. For Russell County Sheriff Heath Taylor, this is justice.
Jeremywilliams told Russell County Sheriff's investigators that he had abused another girl 20 years earlier. Lieutenant Brad Evans went to work. He located the girl, now a young woman, and called.
Williams is scheduled to be executed at 6 p.m. Central Time by lethal injection. WDHN will keep you updated both on air and online.
Well, happening now, Anthony Darrell Hines has been executed. He died by lethal injection this morning. Hines was convicted of the 1985 murder of Catherine Jean Jenkins in Cheatham County.
Okay, can you hear me now? I heard myself, so I know you can hear me. All right, so I have it open. You guys can come up if you'd like to. We can discuss anything. We can talk about what just happened. We can talk about anything else. Open. Yeah, I had to put myself on stage. I kind of forgot to do that. I don't know why. It just keeps messing up with me. These dogs are going to drive me nuts today. I've got such a headache because of them. I still want to know why dogs do not get laryngitis. Why not? They bark so god darn much. You would think they'd get tired of it. Come on, Rogue. Come on, 420. I know y'all are coming. Come on, slow folks. I'm waiting. Miss Patty, you're more than welcome. Come on. Bring your tails on up. Let's go, ladies. Actually, what's how long have I been on here for? Oh, I've only, oh, goodness, it's going on 2 hours and 30 minutes we've been on here. So if y'all ain't gonna come up, we're gonna go ahead and end it. And actually, we still have to do the live that we never did the other night, y'all. I forgot about that. And before the storms start, well, that's your fault the bear came after you. I don't even want to talk about that damn bear no more. I did see the cutest video with a bear in California. He went swimming in somebody's pool. Oh, is it? Damn. I didn't think that didn't start till September. I remember when we couldn't even give the Bengals merchandise away up there. They couldn't even give their merchandise away. My dad used to call them the Bungles. Yeah, but this bear was so adorable. They're not now. I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll see this year. At least I have somebody to watch the games with, because don't nobody else that I chill with watch the games. None of my girls watch the games. Hello.
Hello.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Hearing you twice. Where'd that go bad?
Okay, is that better? Woohoo.
Yes.
I put myself on the wrong one.
No.
No, what?
Hang on. I'll be right back.
No, it's not you. It's not you. I didn't meet the other one. How's that? Is that better? He's been there. He's been there. How about Disco must got ate by a bear today? Oh, wow. Hold on. What do you say? Disco almost got ate by a bear today.
Well, you play
Okay, is that better? Can you hear me? Where did you go? Hello? I told her not to go nowhere. I had to fix my thing.
Oh, she went out.
Oh, wait. Yes, she went out and came back in.
My shirt fucking wet.
Yeah.
There you go.
There
Ooh,
I am.
Misty. All right. I had to close out one. I forgot I didn't close out the other one.
Oh my God, woman, I'm gonna kill you.
I told you it wasn't you. It was me.
She was playing peekaboo with the bear. She's hiding those sheets.
No, not Kim. Disco was.
Discovering.
Oh, yeah. No, her cousin took her to the mountains and she saw the bear, so she was videoing it and it came and lunged at her.
Yeah.
I was like,
I still got my picture costing up there.
yeah, I seen a video on YouTube where there was a guy. He got too close to one of the water buffalo and that motherfucker chased him around the damn tree and hit him in the ass and throwed his ass up in the air about 15 feet. It was an old man. He got too close to it, man, trying to take a picture of it. That motherfucker took off after him and butted him in the head.
Go?
Or got his head and butted him in the ass and throwed his ass up in the air. Threw him way up in the fucking air.
He dipped out. I don't know where the hell
Like
she
you play
went.
stupid games, you win stupid prizes, motherfuckers. You fuck around and find out, motherfucker. It's like moose the same way. Moose will goddamn trample your ass. Like, but they're so pretty. They are pretty, but when they come after your ass and they're about 1,100 pounds, you're gonna be fucked up.
I think Derek's so cute.
Huh?
That bear we saw today on the video was adorable, though. He was so cute.
They are pretty, but they're very fucking dangerous and they're very extremely wild. So like,
I would be more worried about a black bear than
they're
a brown
predators.
bear, though.
No, I mean they're meat eaters, predators. Like they're stalkers.
That's okay. I'd throw you to him first.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like whoever can run faster is gonna live. Whoever runs slow, motherfucker, you got.
Yeah, she's got a lot of videos. She put them on her channel. We'll watch them later. I'll watch them later. There she goes.
We're gonna find her cell phone. They're gonna find her cell phone.
Damn.
They're like, damn, she had a video on her phone, but she's missing the video on her phone of the bear eating her. And motherfucker's like, goddamn, where did Discover go? Gotta go looking for Discover. Gotta go discover her ass.
Oh, well, you could have told me you were leaving because I'm sitting here telling you to bring your ass up here. And you weren't even here, bro.
Oh, she left?
Yeah, she said, I'm back.
Oh, shit. Get up here, Ro.
But yeah, the Tennessee one that's coming up next month. One. I would yeah. I would no. I would like for them to try to stop that one because that happened when the girl was like 17, 18 and now she's like close to 40 something. And she had a lot of, I don't know, like there was a lot of mental issues going on with that girl. And she didn't kill a kid.
Oh, that's a big deal.
That's a difference. There's a big difference. Like I would no, she didn't.
Bro.
That's what I said. She didn't kill her kids.
No, I said she didn't kill her.
That's a bonus.
Shut up. No, I'm saying I wish they would stop her execution. But anyway, so what's been going on?
Nothing. Storming.
I'll run around chasing bears.
That's the only thing that's been going on.
Disco ain't up here. Why do you keep talking about bear? No, she's in the comments.
I'm Disco.
She's not Disco.
No, I thought you said she popped back up though.
No, that was Roe
That
that
was
popped back up.
Roe. Look, feller, you need to get with the program or go back to the bedroom.
I can't hear.
That's for sure. I seasoned your food over there. Food.
I ain't
Drop
used
the
to
row.
talking to you.
Drop the row. Drop the link again for row.
It's probably been a week since you talked to Kim.
Yeah. No, it's been a few days. Not
She only
Yeah,
like
you just wasn't around.
sure he was. He just wasn't out here.
He still wasn't around. He might have been around in the bedroom, but he wasn't around out there.
Bring your ass up here, Jersey.
Actually, no. The last time I talked to you, pretty sure he was at his mom's.
It might have been. It might have been.
Yeah, I've been working on my sister's car up there. 'Cause I got a big old shop up there. It's a lot easier to work on.
You can work on your wife's car.
I already got it bought.
I gotta
We
get
just gotta have the money to buy the radiator.
Yeah.
The radiator busted.
That's the only thing that's going on with my
I
car.
already got it.
Dan, why'd you break the car?
Yeah, that's gonna be the next thing. That's gonna be the next thing.
She said, "Why did you break the car?"
I didn't break it. Heather drove it that morning and went to town or went to work or something. And when I got in the car, I went down the road to go to the store to get a pack of cigarettes. And by the time I got to the store, the car was almost overheating. And I was like, "Heather, did the car act up this morning?" She's like, "No,
it didn't."
And evidently, the damn radiator cracked it on the way home.
Whoop, whoop. What you doing, woman?
So when I got in the car, I put that water in the radiator.
Oh man, my head is killing me.
What's
Why?
up, Jersey?
Huh?
Why? What's wrong with your head?
If that radiator cracked, might be what a heat.
Who knows?
Her head or her hand?
Head.
Well, it's big.
Her thinking
Well,
thin.
no, my head ain't big. It didn't swell. I have nothing for it to be swelled about.
Oh, yes, you do.
Wait, did you get your doll yet?
My what?
Your doll?
No, it's floating around out there in mail world.
Yeah, that's just bad. I'm gonna get you no one.
I'm surprised it didn't come. Well, it wouldn't have no return to sender.
Yeah, I put my address on it. I would have got it back.
Really? Oh, it's just floating around out there then.
Yeah. No, somebody at your plant thought it was cool.
Yeah, she's on a long vacation.
Yes. Very long vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disco,
Loving it though.
Disco,
Yeah,
you
right.
are stupid.
I said I'm loving it though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Disco said that she wouldn't have been the first one because the bear was chewing on somebody's crock.
What? What'd she say?
She said the bear was chewing on somebody's croc shoes, so I wouldn't be the first one today.
Oh wow. Oh my God.
Oh shit.
I've been a lab victim.
Poor victim.
Yeah, you don't have to run faster than the bear. You just got to run faster than the person with you.
Right. Exactly. That's exactly right.
I don't know. So what's been up, Dibby Dib?
No,
They discover and sitting there with their phone, sitting there talking about it's so pretty.
She said, I'm not joking. It was chewing on a crock.
Meanwhile, she's
funny.
holding her phone up to the bear going, "Oh, ain't it so pretty?"
Yeah. And then she about drops her phone from from jumping back.
I would have been trying to hug it.
And she's got what's up next saying, "Did you get it on video?" She says, "Thanks for watching. What's up next?"
Right? Film at 11.
Right.
Oh my God.
Listen, YouTuber discovering the truth.
Yeah, that video will probably go like way viral. Seriously.
Our
People will be
fans
like,
would
oh.
our fans would be like,
That black dude will have it on. White women ain't afraid of shit.
Mm,
Well, now we know what a real mama bear looks like.
I know, right?
That's
No?
what
Way cuter. Way
Yeah, right?
cuter.
that's what a real
Telling you.
looks like.
That I would like to hug that, but a whole different kind of hug.
Oh yes.
I
Very,
would be like,
very
oh,
loving and gentle.
right?
Yeah, because I wouldn't want to piss it off.
No,
Oh,
hell no.
God.
Hell no. Matter of fact, they can even have my pillow
Mm-hmm.
and my
Hell
midnight
yeah.
snack. Yep.
What did she say? I let what's up next go first. With her bummy, I figured as long as I can outrun her, I was
Oh yes, definitely, definitely. If
That's
she's got a
funny.
bum knee, yep, you're winning, Disco. You're winning.
you'd be with your cousin out there like that. That is so wrong.
It's
Damn,
funny though.
some blood you are.
Yeah, well, you know. You only hurt
I
the
went,
ones you love.
yeah, I went and watched What's Up Next Bear video, and she said, see, What's Up Next has bear videos too.
Oh boy.
She said I titled it The Real Mama Bear.
Yeah, I know. I seen that. I like it. I was like, yeah, man.
Oh shit.
Oh, fuck a duck.
Mm. And so oh my God.
God, I've got a headache.
So
You
what
and
were
me
we
both.
watching them videos for?
Because there
Because
was
that
an
guy was
execution.
executed.
Good.
Yep, that's what I said. And this happened back in 2021, and this is like the speediest
That's
Did
one
they
less,
I've ever seen.
one
Did they
less
execute
rapist
the
on the
mother?
street.
What?
Did they execute the mother?
No, she got like 17 to 20 years in jail.
What?
Yeah.
Now, Dippy, that was the bitch that sold the little girl
Yeah.
for $200, right?
No.
18.
This one sold her kid for 2,500 for
No, it
child
was
labor, but he never
1,300.
brought it. No, it was 2,500. They got it wrong. The whoever said the 1,300 was wrong. It was actually 2,500.
Really?
Yeah. The dad was gonna come, but I think he might have been up at the prison because he wasn't able to watch it. He wasn't able to go in because they
There was a video. There was a video that said that the dad speaks out on why he can't attend the execution.
No, I didn't realize it because like it never came up in conversation with me and him. But he got charged with child endangerment. So that's why they wouldn't let him go.
You were talking to him?
Yeah, I'm friends with him.
Oh. How did you become friends with him?
Facebook.
Well,
He saw me put out a thing long time ago on his daughter, and he contacted me.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's way cool. I have stuff to tell you, but I can't tell you on here, so I'm like biting the inside of my mouth without teeth.
Okay, well, when we're done, we'll do a phone
I
call.
mean,
I can't find my other phone that I have my messenger on. I lost it today. It's in my room. But I have the 420 could do a 3-way. She has my number.
Okay.
Yeah,
There.
I can do that.
All right, we're gonna do a 3-way. Everybody clip that shit.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
Should
My
I take
first
a couple of
three-way.
Tylenol before
Right.
before the phone call?
See what happens when you get tattoos 420.
I know, right? Yeah. You have threesomes.
Right? There you go. It's almost instantaneously. Because boom, you qualify.
Yep. Yep.
God,
I'm slowly getting tatted up.
Yeah, there you go. What'd you get the last time?
I'm still a clean canvas. No.
Shut up, you.
Do what? what did I get last time? She's
Yeah.
a clean canvas.
I have that one. I'd be
Um,
a tattoo artist's dream. They can tattoo
I got
whatever.
I got a sea turtle with a hibiscus.
Oh, that's right. I seen that. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's way cool.
And Disco said, "Hell with the throughway. I'm nosy, bitch. I want to know too. I'm a four-way."
Right?
I got your number too, Disco. We can have a 4-way.
Yeah, man.
Oh, it would have to be one of us calling her because if you're gonna
Yeah.
call me, I would have to call her.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can manage it.
Where there's a
We'll
will,
figure it
there's
out.
a way.
What, 420?
I said we can figure it out.
Yeah, man. Yes, I think we can. We're not like Bob the Builder.
Right.
Yeah, we all haven't talked in really a while, so I mean,
Do
we're
what?
due I said we haven't talked all together in a while. So
I know.
we're due for a phone call.
She's
I've
got
been
her
having-
name up there as Jordan Family Freaks.
Lord,
It's fitting. It is
Great.
fitting.
the shit you come
Great.
up with, bro, just the shit you come up with.
Speaking of Jordan, I hear she was a regular cry tit on Ernie's panel last night.
Oh, I didn't even see it. I'll have to go back and
Yeah,
watch.
supposedly Gavel Geeks handed her ass on a fucking rusty platter.
Oh, I gotta watch
Nice.
that. I gotta watch that because me and
Yo,
Jen,
let's react to that, Dibby.
me and
Dibby, pull it up. Let's react to it.
Oh man, now you're gonna make me bring it back up on my laptop.
Shut up. You gotta do some work.
But Disco said instead of making the phone call, we all can stay in here and she'll come up after the live.
Okay, that works.
I guess.
I mean, it's just like we're talking. Instead of phone calls, we're still in here.
Yeah,
I know,
she's
me and
not
Crow-
lying.
Me and Crow used to do it all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we do our movie nights.
Yeah, I guess. You don't want to know what I do on movie nights.
No,
I
we
like
don't.
extra butter. I
Hello,
like extra
Mr.
butter.
Jen.
Extra
Hello, Mr. Jen.
butter.
Welcome in.
Who are you talking to?
The like in the
Suzanne
chat.
Savard.
Who?
The chat.
Suzanne Savard, however you say that.
I can't see it. Let me see.
She
No,
said
not studio
hello and
comments.
thank you for your channel. Justice matters and serve things.
Suzanne.
Justice served finally. I know. I was so excited when I found because I didn't know about this that this was coming up until yesterday. Like 24 hours ago, I was made aware. I didn't realize it because like the father
'Cause you're
had
dippy?
contacted me, but I didn't answer when he contacted me because I was busy.
You sure it's not because you're dippy?
And that could have been it too, but hey.
Oh yeah, back to the one being the cry tit last
Cry
night.
baby.
Yeah, she said it was because she was all up in her feels because she has her own 5-year-old.
Oh, you mean the one
Whatever.
she took to Don Wells's house?
Uh-huh.
That 5-year-old?
Uh-huh.
Oh, she's so sensitive.
I know, right?
Yeah, her little feelies.
But I made
she
I made a post. I said, you might have him fooled, but those of us who know you know
Dude,
better.
think about it. Think about it. He looked up fucking Cattle Can. He's cool with that shit. He's cool with lips. He's cool with all them freaks. He's cool with all that shit.
That's because he don't believe none of it. Well, Cattle
No,
King, that's a
it's-
different story because
no,
he
it's
looked his
because-
shit up.
Dude, he straight up seen the child abuse and the fucking woman abuse shit. He's down with it. He's that dude.
Oh yeah. I
Yep.
mean,
Might as well be Mark again. Did you see the post I put up earlier?
oh, I don't know. I kind of like Ernie. I hated Mark.
Yeah, well, I think Ernie's not far off from doing a knuckle shuffle to the fucking oversized fucking Gumby.
A knuckle shuffle.
Yep. Knuckle shuffle on
I
the
agree
piss
with
pump.
her. I can't disagree. I really can't.
Well, I'm telling you, he's going to have a grip on the 420. He's going to have a grip on the piss pump real soon.
Oh Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what was
And
the
then he's gonna yell, "It's mine! I can wash it as fast as I want to."
I was like, what happened to not putting any of this shit on YouTube, Ernie?
Oh, Mom, it accidentally went off while I was cleaning it.
Oh my god.
Well, last I checked, disco only 1 year.
Huh?
What?
No. She said, how many years is a kid 5 years old?
Oh yeah, right. I got what she means on that because it's been a few, and she's got like 2 or 3 birthdays a year.
At least 2.
Yeah.
She gets one in the summertime because her birthday is in the wintertime, and the wintertime is not fun, so they can't have no fun birthday parties. So she has to give her one in the summer.
Well, they
Oh,
can,
okay.
but you got to make it fun. You can't just assume it's going to be.
Dude, it's a grift.
Our birthdays when we were kids were in the wintertime.
Dude, I'm born January 26th.
No, my daughter's is the 5th. Ours is
Let her hush, she'll be crying. See, they automatically go for my kids. See,
No, we're not going for the kid.
they
We're going for
automatically
her.
Go for my kids.
They
Nope,
got
I'm
nothing to do
going
with
for
that
her
baby.
and her parenting skills.
That baby cannot help who she was born to.
But yet it's okay for her to go after other people's kids.
Constantly,
exactly.
She talked about mine, so I mean, she can kiss my ass.
Yeah.
She's definitely spoke about mine, so fuck you, fat ass.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the live. Is it?
Put up your fair use thing.
I think that's all she knows how to say is everybody goes after mine. They automatically go after mine.
Disco,
Yeah,
show the
she's so
fair
innocent.
use, baby. Please. Is it
What?
business as usual? No, that was
What?
11 hours ago. I'm trying to find which one.
Yo, don't yell at me.
I don't know
Not
the
my
name
fault.
because I do not watch this man. Because I sit here and yell at him more than I listen.
You don't have to watch them, just listen.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Hi.
All right, so it's live.
If I get quiet, I fall asleep. Just ring my phone. I'll wake up.
Why does he keep going after Angelo?
Because
it's an easy
Angelo keeps
target.
going after him.
Oh.
And not to mention, Viper was just on Mama T's panel talking shit about Ernie.
No. I
Maybe
know
Angelo-
Angelo from Kits, so I mean, I don't know him to be a bad person.
Maybe Angelo and Ernie are flirting.
He fucking forged Ernie's signature on some document.
I mean, it just goes along with all the lies that Ernie has already said. I mean, come
Right.
on.
That's true.
I've never seen a man with so many.
Dude, Katie's still saying I porn bombed her. I'm like, you got to be the stupidest bitch on the fucking internet.
She is. She's fucking dumber than shit.
Yeah, I porn bombed her. I'm like, yeah, okay. I just happen to have a black cock next to me.
Problems with the Summer Wells timeline. Now that we are here, let's take it up and out. Which one am I looking for, y'all?
I believe it's now that we are here. Let's take it up a notch because that one was. No, wait a minute. This was a late. This was a.
Look in
Hang
your
on.
history. Kim, look in your history.
I am. Hang on.
All right. Why'd I hear a baby?
Confusing for a kid. She's probably gonna never understand her real birthday. No, she knows when her birthday is. She's a very smart little girl. That's for sure.
Maybe she's not lips.
She just can't. She can't help who she's born to. Poor baby.
That's exactly right. So that would be in reference to the maternal
That ain't
unit.
Mara. That's Prixie. Prixie's
Who's
at Dan's bedroom door, whining for
Prixie.
for Dan. Yeah, Prixie.
Prixie.
Okay, so his name is Prickster, but I didn't want my little kids going around calling him a brick.
Yeah, well,
So
That
we're
could
like,
happen.
nope, that's Prixie. So it
Oh,
just,
nice.
Okay, so yeah, it would have been now that we are here, let's
I
take
didn't
it up a
get
notch.
one after that.
What?
After that, you put the fair use and disclaimer up, you doofus. And then you said, hey, Mira. Which one is it? I'm sorry.
Now that we're here.
Okay, so which one?
Now that
Phillies
they're
are winning. Phillies 5. 5-1. Nice.
Wait a minute.
What?
I didn't hear you, Tim.
Now that we are here.
Okay, that's the one I was on.
Yeah.
I swore I wasn't going to hit this vape no more, and I keep hitting it.
Liar.
Put it down.
I can't stop coughing. I need to hit the ball. Never mind, damn vape.
Man, my stomach hurts.
Mine too.
I think it's because of my headache.
Actually,
I've been eating the hell out of
I'm
zucchini.
going to take it off screen, and so that way we just listen to it. So that way
Yeah.
we get copyrighted. Which I
There
don't
you
think it's
go.
going to copyright me, but
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything to see anyway. I think we just need to hear.
yeah.
I mean, as far as I know, I'm pretty sure that she wasn't on panel when Gabo Geeks was
Oh my God.
going off on her. She came up afterwards, I'm assuming. And I don't was crying. I don't know. I missed the first part of his live, but I was told about it today.
Skin through it.
Come on, you stupid ass thing.
You ain't got to worry about the music. It's all AI.
You need it for a minute so I can get this thing working. So I get this stupid thing up. Okay, is it off the screen? I can't see.
Isn't he like 5'1"?
Yeah, it's off the screen.
Who, Ernie?
Yeah.
I think he's like, I think 5'5".
I don't know.
I
Oh
don't
my
know. He's
God,
taller
what a-
than me, but that's about all I know.
So, like, you know how you have them little miniature cows and miniature horses? You got a little miniature man. Little pocket size.
What?
Little pocket sized man.
Oh, God.
Uh-huh. Like one of them little pygmy goats. It's a pygmy man.
Tracer, private investigator. No shortcuts, no surrender.
Oh, my God, Ernie. Really?
Can we sing No Short Man?
Hang on, I'm trying to find a timestamp.
Yo, hold up. John Davis is taller than Ernie?
They might be about the same thing.
Well, no, John Davis got upset one day. He said, I'm 5'11". I'm like, yes, that was my youngest daughter.
He ain't no damn 5'11". Maybe in his fucking wet dream.
Yeah, and that animated thing he did where, like, you know, he's got muscles and hair. Yeah, okay, John. Here in the real world, you're a pasty ass punk. Woo!
Oh.
Okay, great.
Turn it up.
Wait,
I'm getting.
I like the
were you even
sound
listening?
effects.
It's
You haven't
not
taken
on.
a single note this entire meeting?
I'm actually listening better than I ever have.
Forget about the
Let me share my
commercial.
screen. Do you see this? Everything we're saying is being transcribed in real time. Look, word for word. That's it.
No, I don't want to look. Show me later.
Can you please tell me? You are not my fucking
Tornado and the
Okay.
tornado that's affected everybody in the eastern Kentucky area. I tell you what, We was out.
I'll be halfway through at least. Jenny, where you at? Come
Now,
on, Jenny.
he can now either accept my offer or he
No, I
can
can't.
decline it. That's him.
I decline.
Decline.
Now, this interview
I
with
remove
me and
you in the name
Hunter
of
Pause.
is
Jesus.
going to be
Pause.
Pause.
Okay. You don't even have to go through that because it has been deleted. Because
What?
that live is saying it was a day ago, which is about 9:30 or so, and it was only an hour long. Hour and 3 minutes to be exact.
Wait a minute. The one last night, I think he said was going to be a members only.
What?
The only one that has members only would be you. Because
Yeah.
there was yesterday, I remember him saying that he was going to do a live last night sometime, which was going to be like a 3-hour live, 2 to 3 hour live. And he said he was going to be a members only. And
Okay, well, hang on a minute. Let me look.
Can't comment. That's about it.
Let me see. Oh, the one he's doing right now is a members.
How did nobody?
No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
How did nobody get that fucking like clip?
Yeah, he's. I'm pretty sure he deleted it.
Or he privated it, or he
privated it. Yeah, he's privated it.
He did something to it because I don't think he deletes anything really. I think he hides that shit. Because if it had anything to do with Summer Wells, he said he wasn't putting nothing behind paywall that had to do with Summer. But you also
Right.
said you weren't gonna
Well,
talk about
there
anything
was
to do with Summer.
last night there was Gavel Geek, Smoky Mountain Mama, and Andy Bernard was on panel. And I can tell you it went past 1 o'clock because
That's when Fred
Smoky
McCoy
Mountain
sang, because
Mama
he
and
showed him
Gavel
a
Geek
picture.
both dropped. It was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Dibby, that's on Fred McCoy has it on there because Ernie shows Andy a picture of Summer and he starts crying.
There's a
start crying.
You know what? Me and Disco have been talking about that. This one says Andy Bernard answers.
Okay, now I watched that one. That one is not when he showed him the picture.
I just want to hear lips get tore up.
I do.
Damn it.
But yeah, I'm
Otherwise,
not
Ernie's
seeing
all over.
the only video that's showing up under members right now is the one that's going on right now.
Remain probably has it.
Huh.
Yeah,
He
and
both
none
look
of
at lips.
And all the rest of them are from 6 to 8 months ago.
What?
Yeah, from before when he got locked up.
Are you looking at the lives or the homepage?
I'm looking at his lives.
No, I was just asking that, baby.
Yeah, no, it's
Taylor ham or pork roll?
Taylor ham.
No, you bitch. You're no good bitch.
Who are you
That
cursing?
is just not right. What?
Me.
Yep.
What did you do now?
I said Taylor ham.
Mm-hmm.
She
Next thing you
said
know,
Taylor ham or pork roll. I said Taylor ham.
that's just so not right. Oh my God.
Either
You know,
he put it on members only or deleted it.
You
I
know,
did
New
tweet
Jersey,
somebody
South Jersey is
Yeah.
technically under the Mason-Dixon, right?
My mom said something about that too, and I was like,
I guess.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
I thought
South
it was
Jersey.
like above the Virginia line.
Where is New Jersey, Debbie?
Brother, fuck you.
I'm just saying.
Oh, the crybaby bitch probably fucking talked him into
Oh yeah.
taking it down. She didn't want to see nobody cry. She didn't want nobody
Go to
to see her crying.
Go to Gavel Geek, see if she has it.
Oh, what is
Okay.
that
Let's
Gavel
see.
Geek? Even if she does, I don't know if she would put it out. I haven't seen anything from Gavel Geeks in a while.
What about Mama T?
I don't have nothing to do with her channel. I don't know nothing about her.
She
I
would
don't
probably
know
have
her
covered it.
channels. Come on, you fucking.
Yeah, but she probably would have covered it because it's Ernie and Gibbs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Investigative journalism and manifestation.
Gavel Geeks don't have no lives on her channel.
It would be a video. It's a video.
The only one, the earliest one she has is 3 months ago.
So
wow.
Yeah, she's been out of it for a while too. Like her and Mama took a long break. They still do Summer's Day, but that's really as far as it goes.
What was the blonde hair girl's name? I think maybe that was Gavel Geek.
No, Gavel Geek has it's either going to be black or it's going to be blue and purple. It's not.
All right. Well, this chick had long blonde hair, and she lived in like a farmhouse, and she went to the wells the same time that Chasing did.
Okay, that was Krama Mama Adrian.
Okay. I liked her voice.
Yeah, I like her. She's a sweetheart.
Yeah. I've only seen her a couple times though.
She used to be. She used to do a lot, like
back
until people started
before
getting
everybody went
mad.
nuts.
Yeah, before everybody started fucking flipping the shit.
Yep, I don't blame her. That shit's nonsense.
It is.
But I can't help but react.
But
I'll
that's what
start it, but I'll finish it.
Disco we're talking about with the McCoy, the Hatfield McCoys, like, you're gonna jump into the Summer Wealth community, y'all better be ready. That's all
Yeah.
we say, they are gonna come full force, 100%. And they don't care if they're hateful, they don't care what you think. As you notice, when they did their live, they had everybody from PG to
Riri was in there. Riri was in there making comments about, Jody Sue or whatever, and I was like, prove it. And she's like, man, like went off. I'm like, yo, dude, like, somebody asking for you to prove it's just fact checked. And what he's like, well, I've been here I've been here for 11 fucking years. And there's shit that I've missed. So, like, either post it or it didn't happen.
Yeah. But they did that, like, it's like, fuck the receipts anymore. It's like, it's word of mouth.
Yeah.
They say
and how about the fact that she, from day one, she was Jody Sue's mod. She's only mad because Jody Sue got rid of her.
Wait, Riri, are you talking about Tiffany Marie?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm talking about Lady R.
Okay.
Are you saying okay to Dan or okay to me?
I just let her out. Why not? Start banner out.
They didn't even listen to me, so it ain't okay
I
to
think
me.
she's talking to Dan.
Yeah, she's always talking to Dan.
Okay.
She just leaves us hanging.
I got you.
Make sure she's in there.
Hi, Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant
Dan.
Lieutenant Dan ain't got no legs.
Thank you guys for getting him going.
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant
Oh,
Dan.
that's funny.
Mama said life's like a box of chocolate.
You never know what you're gonna get.
Mama said Jenny's a whore. Jenny Woody.
Jenny.
I'm the smartest man, but I do know what love is.
Jenny.
Jenny.
I might not be the smartest man, but I do know what love is.
Prove it.
He got shot up in the buttock too.
Oh boy.
Yeah, my friend Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah.
He got shot in the butt talks. He got shot right in the butt talks.
We shot right into butt talk.
Dan, when was the last time you watched that movie? Oh, 20 years. Like, that is weird. He hasn't watched that movie in like forever, yet he can remember word for word.
My friend Bubba, he knows all about shrimp.
Shrimp.
And he sounds just
Bubba
like
Gump
Bubba.
shrimp.
Bubba Gump.
Gumbo, shrimp and pasta, shrimp salad.
Mama said lips is a whore. She said,
Oh my God.
Green said, Mama said lips is a whore.
What?
Mama said, my mama told me lips is a whore. and my mama is a smart woman. She knows what she's talking about.
That was fucking priceless. Oh my God. Oh,
Yes,
somebody
it was.
clip that. Disco, clip that.
I am. I'm gonna go back and watch it and clip that part. I have to.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Mama said lips is a whore.
My mama said.
My mama said, you need to stay away from all them whores like Leah. She said she is no good for me.
She said, boy, do that knuckle shuffle alone.
Oh my gosh.
You made a woman like that, you feed her a knuckle sandwich.
He said, thank you, Dan. That was the best, other than Bear trying to eat me today.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah, that was wonderful.
Oh my God.
That was the laugh of the day right there.
Yeah, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
You're gonna end up at Sheets.
Look at Jenny trying to get him in the sheets.
Oh my word.
No, Sheets is a gas station.
That's where you get your petrol.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
I needed that.
That was wonderful. That was golden.
Yes, it was.
Oh,
that right there.
Mama said, "Run, Forrest, run."
Jenny said that.
Yes.
That is so funny she just said that, because we had this guy one year running for some type of Senate for North Carolina, and his last name was Forrest. And on all the signs, you would see, one would say run, the next one said Forrest, and the next one said run.
That's good.
Different signs that said run, Forrest, run, and I'm like, can we get any cornier? But okay.
Oh man.
Yeah, he left for now, thank God.
Oh my God, I just keep hearing that over and over and in my head.
My mama said lips was a whore.
My mama says lips was a whore. Oh my God.
I hope y'all in the bushes clipped it.
I'm gonna clip it.
Priceless. That is priceless.
Yeah, I'm gonna clip it. That's for sure.
Excuse you. Excuse you. You're gonna burp behind me. What's wrong with you? Damn, Curly, that was loud. But he had to run to the store before they closed because he doesn't want to don't want to hit Kangaroo nor Sheets.
Run, Forrest, run!
But yeah, Lord have mercy. But if y'all want to, we can go ahead and end this, and that way we can do our meeting.
Okay. Uh-oh, where'd Ro go?
I don't know. She better bring her ass back. Oh, there she is.
I've been sitting there. Oh wait, why is that on? Hold on.
I don't know.
I think
What is that? Is that light?
What?
Are they light?
Yeah, it's my lights on my headboard.
Oh, I was gonna say you got Christmas lights up already. God dang, bro. Rushing it.
No, they ain't. No, it's not Christmas lights. It's vines.
I seen that after you got up and close and personal.
Oh,
Close and personal.
yeah, man. I like it personal.
Get your
There we
little.
go. Aye.
All right, ladies, we're gonna go ahead and shut this down. You two stay up here. I'm gonna just go to the link, and we'll
Okay.
continue our conversation. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Goodbye,
everybody,
people.
thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you
Everybody
for
have a good night.
being here. We appreciate y'all. If they do have the one next month for Krista Pike, we will be covering that one as well. And we will see what comes on after that. But for now, thank you. Just keep an eye out. You never know when we will pop up.
Wilson.
Whenever Dippy gets a wild hair up her ass.
There you go.
Lieutenant Dan put it there.
Oh no, Pam Tate is in Ernie's.
Oh,
What?
That's
Yes,
not,
Pam
that's,
Tate is in Ernie's.